with Doflamingo versus Luffy, all these agendas, right? And what have I said consistently? I've said, yo, some of these dudes, like it's basic. Like some of these commanders and stuff are not as weak. The revolutionaries, Dragon's not pulling up with scrubs. I said Dragon is the second most powerful dude. These dudes are, but so many people just shit on the revolutionary commanders for years. And I told people, I knew they came out unscathed. I already knew that. It's 4-on-2. It's 4-on-2. These dudes are not scrubs. That's all I'm saying. But people kept saying for years, "Oh no, an admiral." Pretty much the admirals and Yonkos are God.
I feel like the thing with the revolutionaries is that they didn't seem as they didn't have any clout to them in comparison to like the Yonkos group.
They're not supposed to. Neither does.
And I agree. I agree. And that's a fall of the community because like it's not. I think everyone's just looking at the power, full
right.
Like, the DBZ mentality of like individual characters in the group.
Even Dragon Ball didn't operate like this, though.
Yeah,
like they constantly were jumping fools.
Oh, yeah,
like
facts.
every major antagonist got jumped. Everybody got jumped, bro. Vegeta got jumped. Frieza got jumped. The android Cell, Boo, all of them were jumping. Son Goku, yeah, he did 1-on-1s, but the truth was they were just like Luffy. Oh, the honor. What honor? The honor. Like they're pirates, just like Teach. People are like, oh my gosh, Teach is not. No. What did
I feel
Luffy
like Sean
say?
has something to say about this one. This is probably a discussion topic.
Like,
Sean definitely got something to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
But keep going, you.
But yeah, they're pirates. Like Luffy and Teach are some of the most pirate-esque characters in the entire series ever. Like, bro, what this honor shit y'all talking about? They pirates. Their honor code is different.
Oh. No, let's start the stream.
Oh no, we started already. Yeah, we can hear you, Sean.
Check on YouTube and make sure you can hear me before I jack up.
Nah, if I can hear you, YouTube can hear you.
All right, cool. What y'all talking about?
Nah, we were talking about the revolutionaries, the few good men.
Yeah,
with this chapter now.
First and foremost,
okay, you go.
Y'all niggas need to put some respect on Sabo, bro. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. You only have a certain amount of characters what could permanently change a nigga's structure, his face structure, head structure, blow off his head. And Sabo in that category. Look at Gob. Gob could bend a nigga head and fucking give him a coon head.
He reversed it.
You could blow a nigga face off. Sabo take this nigga and make him a cyborg, bro. He crack his fucking face. You know how vicious and savage. And this ain't the first time. This the second nigga in Sabo's Skull Collection. Y'all gotta put some respect.
What's his name? Bastille.
Vice Admiral Bastille. Yep.
Bastille, yeah.
He cracked that nigga skull. His fighting style is extremely vicious and there's a the thing people underestimate with Sabo too is his attack potency, even before the Devil Fruit, because he didn't use the mirror to crack that nigga skull.
Sabo is like is the perfect like specimen, or I don't know if I should use that word, but like he's the perfect dude, where because he already had the hockey skills and then he got a Devil Fruit. I feel like that's the best like way of doing it. Yeah, like it's the best way of doing it. Instead of getting a Devil Fruit and then training both of them at the same time. I feel like training hockey first because it's spiritual ability. Devil Fruit is also spiritual. So you already have some innate natural like skills to train your Devil Fruit.
Which is why Teach, Kaku, all them cats were able to quickly grasp because they already knew how to fight.
Yeah.
People got to understand this. Like Luffy's had this as a kid, so he's been growing with it as a kid, since he was a kid and whatnot. The problem is the difference to your point, Joker. The reason Doflamingo isn't as powerful as he could be is why? Because he relied too much on the Devil Fruit game. Look at the Admirals. The Admirals are balanced in both. Why? Because they trained in both.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
like,
yeah, hey, since you putting respect on Sabo, are people going to finally, because I've been
yo,
holding this train for a long time.
I've always put
Jesus
respect on
Burgess.
Sabo.
Are people going to finally put respect on Burgess?
Burgess.
If we doing Sabo right? Are we going to put respect on Burgess' name finally?
Listen, I always thought Burgess was strong, but like, I didn't think he was that crazy, right?
What? Like, bro, this is the downplay of people, bro.
No, it's not. How's that downplay, bro? I said he was strong, bro.
No, not you, Arrow. Not
Oh, okay.
You're part of the. See, we're the logical community side, right?
Facts.
All of us in the clique of the logic ones. We ain't talking about us. It's like it's what Chris always says: is if you take an L, that's the worst thing in One Piece.
Oh yeah,
because all of a sudden you're trash. Jesus Burgess is the first division commander of the Blackbeard Pirates.
But there's a big but one though. There's a big
What's
but.
the but?
Even though Jesus Burgess is the first commander, Oda depicted Shiryu with the right hands in terms of strength. So even if we look at
hold on. He's adding Beppo in there. I don't want to hear nothing. Don't do that. Don't do that because Beppo was in there. I don't want to hear that.
Beppo could legit be the strongest law crew. Ain't nothing disproving that.
I don't care if he is. See, the people go by quote unquote portrayal. All I know is Shiryu needs feet. Because I'm tired of people gassing characters with no feet. But then when you have characters like Luffy that got feet. Shiryu got no feet, bro. Zero.
What is Burgess' feet, bro?
He got more feet than Shiryu, dude.
What his feet is?
This man just tossed the mountain like it was
this nigga. Okay, this nigga get full in 10 minutes flat from Sabo.
Sean, it's like pro wrestling. Hold on, Sean. It's like pro wrestling. It's basic story writing and booking. That should tell you that Sabo bought that life.
No. That's what should tell you. Wait. Taking an L ain't always a bad thing in One Piece. You have L and you have beastly L's. It's the way you go out and shit like that.
God, bro.
It's sweet.
Come on, Sean. Don't do this.
All let's expect Law to lose, right? But his will drop if he put in a massive amount of work in that loss. You understand what I said? Jesus Burgess was completely embarrassed, bro.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
In fairness to Burgess, he got caught off guard by the Mayor Marinomi. Let's keep it all the way 1,000. Luffy is taking quick L's, but we know that Luffy came up. Give a brother a chance.
At the end of the day, we know the context of most of Luffy L's, bro. You understand?
Yeah.
I mean, we know that. Huh?
Come on, bro. Don't do this. Don't do this, Sean. Don't be like the rest of the community, bro. Use logic.
Right, but I have Burgess.
Either Sabo is top tier or he's not. Like you can't do this, bro.
Wait, what? Are you saying that Burgess is top tier?
He's a top tier. If Sabo is the top tier that people are saying him to be, right? Him taking out Burgess shouldn't be this. Oh my gosh, Burgess is shit. No, Sabo top tier.
Nah, wait. So it's not. Nah, it's not that him taking out Burgess. It's about him defeating Burgess in that manner, right? So it's just crushing him.
You pretty much just tossed him. At the end of the day, Luffy lost to Kaido 4 times before he won. Like, come on, guys, don't do this.
But that's the point.
You can't hold everybody to the same metric.
But we understand. Exactly.
No,
we understand who Luffy is, bro.
L's are L's. I don't care how you get them. L's are L's. W's are W's, bro.
Wait.
At the end of the day, amongst top tiers, that's how it works.
Now, Wonder, weren't you just saying let's use logic, and then you just go ahead and no, if you say L's are L's, W's are W's, that's not logic.
Amongst top tiers. That's what I said. Amongst top tiers. If Lin, like she lost to both Kid and Law, and L is an L.
Okay,
but again, we're talking about Burgess.
That's my problem with Burgess. That's my problem. I can admit is me doing a little bit of head cannon on who I got him matched up to fight. Right? I don't have him fighting Zoro because that's obviously Shiryu opponent, strong sword on sword. I don't have him fighting Sanji.
I need to get feet.
I have him fighting Frankie. Cyborg.
Frankie ain't a chump.
No, but Frankie's mid. Frankie's mid Yonko level in the mid section of the crew.
Okay. Hold on. I'm not even a Frankie fan, but I gotta defend Frankie. So here's the thing, right? When Frankie was first introduced, he was on par with Luffy. And then I forget whose video I was watching, but it was true. Frankie did not get a power up throughout the entirety from Water 7 to Enies Lobby, but yet he was already fighting Cypher Pole 9. That's a fact. And then Frankie throughout the post time skipping stuff didn't do hockey training, no devil fruits. He just upgraded a little bit in tech. And he used his, Iron Frankie, whatever. But Frankie took no damage at all versus against his opponent. He took literally no damage.
Frankie was pretty busted.
We start reevaluating some of these characters power-wise.
Because Frankie was a cyborg, and at that point in time, science, it wasn't huge.
Wait, so Wonder.
All not irrelevant because we know where Frankie ranked on the crew.
Yeah,
right?
I know
exactly, bro.
If Frankie ranked a certain place on the crew, that should put Burgess in the middle section of Blackbeard crew.
But I don't think it's that simple, though, Sean.
And that ain't a disrespect him.
I don't think it's not that simple, though. It's not that cut and dry. The Blackbeard pirates are similar to the Whitebeard pirates in a way, similar to the Big Mom pirates and similar to the Beast pirates. You got the Yonko, and then you got everybody else. And yes, there is slight lines of delineation, but that's the reality. Versus crews like the Red Hair Pirates, the Roger Pirates, and the Straw Hat Pirates. They're balanced. They strong across the board, fam. Across the board.
Time out. I just came in.
Oh.
Wonder, are you arguing that Burgess is second in command again? This is all about.
No, all I said is he is literally the first division commander. That is a fact.
Oh yeah, we agree with that.
Wait, bro, come on, bro.
I'm not pushing agendas. I'm literally stating what.
Wait.
Shiryu is the second division commander.
Oh, we agree with
Burgess
that.
Wait, Wonder. Shiryu in a fight. How many times we gotta do this?
So what evidence? Shiryu has no dubs, no nothing.
Bro,
he has
all you can say is that water.
That's it. Zero damage.
I admit, Wonder, you have a nigga in your name, Bruce. He's gas Shiryu to all hell. But I didn't.
Shiryu literally, his biggest feat is cutting Gecko Moria that did no damage. The Moria that y'all shit on, by the way.
His biggest feat is breaking even. His biggest feat is being on the level of Magellan. What are you talking about?
Magellan, that's no feat. That's no feat. He's not even Magellan. First of all, he got captured by Magellan. So I don't want to hear that shit.
Exactly.
No.
Okay, exactly. That nigga had him scared to come out his cell.
Shiryu has literally, I can't stand, it's like when Law was giving all these feats without any evidence. And I was saying Zoro, which Zoro still defeats him right now. I don't care what y'all say. Until I see more evidence.
I don't know about that.
Zoro defeating
Shiryu? Evidence. Wait. Fuck that. All you mean until you get evidence, and this nigga literally fighting Blackbeard right now.
Right. And it's the beginning of the fight. You telling me, hold on, you telling me Zoro wouldn't do just as well as Law is doing right now?
Show his logic, Sean.
Don't do this.
Say what?
Oh, wait. Zoro wouldn't be doing just as well as Law wouldn't be doing right now. Come on now.
Agree with this.
What?
Oh, wait. Zoro is doing just as good as Law in this situation?
Whoa, you're trying to tell me that the same Zoro. Hold on.
Agree with this nigga.
I don't agree.
One.
Let me ask all this.
Wait, after this, we're going into the chapter points. But I don't agree with like that for like many reasons. Just because Law's ability is versatile in this specific moment. In this specific moment where he doesn't have that, he's got a solid crew for sure, especially them being in a unit. But like his abilities right now is so essential. Whereas
at the end of the day,
brute force like Zoro,
at the end of the day, Zoro ain't fighting Blackbeard. So regardless of what we think,
Oh my God! Here we go. Here it goes.
You was a nigga though.
Agendas, baby.
Funny.
Nah,
Agenda
but like-
is real.
Because Shiryu was in the jail cell, so Magellan must have watched him and stuff like that. You needn't see feet, so agree with what Wonder said.
Wait. So how he getting the
I honestly don't want Joe to
Tell
fight
me how you
Shiryu.
put a
Like-
criminal.
I don't
Hey,
want Joe to fight Shiryu.
Sean,
I'm dead serious.
Sean, wait, Sean. Like, why are we even given this like energy? Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm
Why?
saying. We're about to go to the chapter.
Hey,
chapter.
Eric, go on the chapter. Go on the
I
chapter.
came in. I already knew a Wonder was arguing off the top. That's how I started.
Nah,
laughing.
but like-
Yo, we
Here
started
go
out with
again.
a power scaling thing off the gate.
because
Of
Wonder,
course.
like,
Yo.
The power
Hey,
scale.
hey,
Y'all
hey,
know what the
hey,
truth is.
Hey, you know what? Yo. You want to talk about power scaling that's never been talked about before? Let's talk about this one. Who y'all think will win? Thanks, Mihawk. Talk about it. I never heard this before. I never
we done with that.
No.
We already had a 6-hour discussion. If you guys want to see that, you can go back to that stream.
Go to the chapter, man.
All right.
Go
all
to
right.
the chapter.
All right,
That
chapter-
New York shit, that can hurt my head.
Oh, all right.
it's Mihawk, by the way.
Yeah.
Yo,
But we actually missed about the last discussion we had was I think about 4 chapters ago. But
Yeah,
we'll
it's
talk
been
about
a minute.
the most recent thing because that's easily the hype thing. The most hype. Law versus Blackbeard. How'd you guys feel?
It was cool.
Finally, the Heart
Cool
Pirates
fight.
aren't trash. Thank God. Oda
fight.
finally made them not trash because I've been ragging on them for a decade. Because they've been
Oda-
good.
The
Apologize
thing
to
is,
Wonder.
Oda- Yeah.
Wonder. Hold up. Wonder. Apologize to them niggas. They already faded.
No,
Sean.
I won't. No, I won't. Because y'all better be able to do at least this. Seriously.
Mm.
If you're
Nah.
right below a Yonko as far as a crew, this is the type that the Don Quixote Pirates, the Kid Pirates, the Fire Tank Pirates, all the other non-Yonko crews should be able to at least do this.
Wonder.
Especially
Wonder.
on a sea battle. You should be able to
Look.
do this.
Wonder.
You should.
Look, Sean said that he wasn't apologizing to either. The nigga stomped that nigga out right now. Sean talking to you in a hospital bed right now. He just ain't let y'all know. That's why you can't see him right now.
Wait,
Look,
what?
regardless law
Something else.
versus Blackbeard fight, this fight started exactly the same way all Blackbeard fights start. So I wouldn't really overreact it. But the one thing I really like about this, I like law confidence now. Like
Yeah.
it making me feel like Blackbeard ain't
As-
who the community prop him up to be. Because law is like, bro, fuck you. And this nigga have all the advantages. And
And I-
pertaining to law crew,
Yeah.
right? Pertaining to law crew, them niggas ain't do nothing but spray some water and shit like that. They doing support stuff, so
Wait,
they
I
ain't
think-
really
Wait,
prove
Sean.
this is what I think
Respect
Oda.
the Hydra pump, nigga.
Oh yeah, this is
Sean.
I think this is
Oh,
what
go ahead.
I think Oda is saying, right? I think Oda is saying like these guys are obviously growing. Law, Kid, and Luffy, they're at a new level where it's like even if a Yonko comes in or Admiral or any
Right.
other top tier that's around, they're not running away and they can hold your own. This is the difference now, and they can confidently fight at a certain level where it's like the Yonkos might need to take this shit more seriously.
But Pharaoh, one thing I don't like, and I would tell Oda to do is please don't like smoothie these commanders and act like they don't exist just to make Law and Blackbeard a 1v1 fight. Like we didn't see none of Burgess this chapter. You understand?
Because they were out at sea, though. That was Oda's message. Is that this is a crew filled with devil fruit users.
That's true.
This is the problem.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
That's true.
It was highlighted in the chapter where it's like,
That's
Yeah.
true. And that's
And I love that. I'm like, finally we get sea battles, because y'all know I've been on that for years. But to your point, and what I've been saying about the Yonko for years is that people treat them as gods. And every Brago talks about perception versus reality, which I absolutely love. For so many years, I was told, Kaido's this god, and Win-Win and Yonko are untouchable. No, they're not. We've seen and like you said, this is what happens to Blackbeard all the time. These dudes are more powerful, yes, but they take blows. They can be hurt. They can be had. They're not gods. They're pirates.
and you know what?
And these other pirates can compete with them. They won't win, but they can compete, and that's what matters.
Wait,
I think what
Wonder.
instilled this
Wonder.
idea was Kaido. As
Wonder.
soon as Kaido came into the picture, that was like the baseline of what
No,
a
it was
Yonko is.
Wait, hold up.
Whitebeard.
I got to ask a question.
Or,
Wait, hold on. I got to ask a question. I
Whitebeard
got a
actually
question.
showed a lot of weakness if you think about it.
I got to
But
ask a
people
question,
don't view
though.
it like that.
I
They
got
view
to ask
him
a
like a
question.
god.
I got to ask a question.
Yeah.
So, do you mean that people might have overhyped it when they saw that, Kaido got a guillotine and put on his neck and he broke it, and people
It was-
thought that, wow, there's no
No, but
way
it's
that
been
he'll be able to
since-
get hurt?
It's been since Whitebeard at Marineford. People have been listen, y'all know how much I love Yonko. But
No
it's been
one.
since then.
I disagree with you. I
What?
blame Oda because people with
Oh my
all their
God.
rights to be like, if they saying the nigga can't kill himself, if he lose 7 times, he can't kill himself, and then everybody he fight, this nigga laying down.
John,
It's
he
not so the hype-
lost
It was
7
bullshit
times.
from the
That
beginning.
means he can lose.
Oh, but we didn't know the context behind it, but why
I
you
don't
lose?
give a damn. He
You
lost.
didn't have to
Oh,
find the
God.
context. He
Well,
got his
the
ass
thing is-
whooped somehow 7 times.
Well,
thing is-
okay,
It's like, hold on.
He was,
Let me
he
get
was
this shit off. Let me land.
18 times.
Let me land real quick.
How
We're
much time
watching
do you
Luffy in
think?
real time. We're watching Luffy in real time right now, right? When Luffy becomes a Pirate King, right? Let's say we were reading Two Piece, right? And Two Piece
Yep.
is the series that where Luffy's already the Pirate King. Do you
Yep.
know how much gas Luffy would
Yep.
have if they tell Luffy stories? How godlike he would seem. And then let's say
He
we do a
broke it to
flashback to One
Emerald
Piece.
down.
And we start seeing Luffy take L's to Caesar Clown and shit. Like, what the fuck happened? That's what Kaido and the rest of the niggas are. The
Yeah.
niggas got high gas because they done legendary shit, but the legendary shit is not really talking about the time they got their ass whooped like that.
But the thing is, the high gas is also like Oda is trying to hype up these villains, even though we know context behind all of these scenes now. He's trying to hype them up so that they're looked as a formidable foe to Luffy. So it's like looking like this unsurmountable mountain that he
We
can't
gotta get the
surpass.
fear
So
settled in
it's-
to let y'all know that Luffy's about to go against somebody
Exactly,
crazy. But
exactly. So that's the gas
but we
Oda's
got-
giving.
Yeah, and
we got
honestly,
Akihito.
but honestly though, it to a degree, it's warranted for the Kaido and Linden hype up. Like Kaido, who can actually compete with him? Like literally right now, it's people on the caliber of Luffy, right? Maybe like Zoro can give him like a challenge and things like that. But that's the whole point.
No.
So
It's
the
not the
gas-
compete thing. It's not the compete thing. The thing that people got too concentrated on, and this is the fault of the fans, not Oda. I can blame Oda for a few things, but this is the fault of the fans that got too concentrated on. They were focused on nobody's going to be able to physically injure him because look at what Oda said in the past. It's like, nigga, y'all
Wait,
really
I don't
think?
I don't think anyone was thinking that.
No,
Like,
they
literally.
were. Trust me. Do you know how people flip the fucking wig when Kiku put a knife through his hand? People lost their shit.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Hold on.
yeah. I know what you're talking
When the
about.
scabbers jumped him, they caught him off guard.
Okay, yeah,
right?
okay,
And
yeah.
one
The
of them
scabber.
jumped on top
When
of
Kiku
Kaido,
cut him
and you
as
see the
well.
panel
When
of
they should
Kiku,
be at least able to
put
do
a
that.
whole sword. Kiku put a whole sword through his hand, and people
Which
lost
she
their
should
shit.
be
Like, how
able to
the
do.
fuck is she able to do that? It's like, dog, come on now. Y'all didn't see this
He
coming?
should
Like,
be able to do that.
Yeah, I don't
Like-
really.
yeah.
But I don't really remember the outrage like that for Kiku.
I do.
I don't think.
do.
I don't think.
Oh, it was
I don't think it was that
funny
big.
on Twitter, but yeah.
People
It was?
were livid. They were like, how the fuck is somebody as weak as Kiku able to hurt this nigga?
Kiku ain't weak. That's why.
I mean, I guess, but I don't think it was that big of a
Oh, it was
moment. Like,
horrible.
Oh, it was
Like, she
horrible.
wasn't really-
You not remembering it correctly.
The thing is,
Wonder is
at
correct.
this point in
Go
time,
back and look at the
Adama,
comment section.
People thought Kaido was like a god, like he was literally
Yes.
unbreakable. So,
Yeah, so the
when,
only
When
thing I
Luffy punched Kaido, people were like,
when we saw like Kiku,
no one was like that. Luffy's the main character. Everyone expects Luffy
but
to beat Kaido.
no! Animal, you literally don't be paying attention to what people be saying.
But Luffy's literally the main. People root for Luffy, so obviously people expect
Not
Luffy to
really.
win.
People hate on Luffy, bro. Every time
hate
one
on
of
him.
Luffy
Wait,
fights come up, man, why this
damn.
fucking
Nah,
arc is
listen,
trash?
okay.
The
There's-
arc is trash.
there's a minority of people who hate Luffy.
No,
That's
there's
not
a
our
lot of
thing.
people.
That's
a lot
not
of
our
people don't
thing.
There's a
like Luffy
minority
like
though. But Sean, go off. Sean, what'd you say?
Nah, so wait.
Oh,
That's not our thing.
Anima, you can go first.
Yeah, like I pretty much just want to say all I was trying to say is that in regards to the Kaido thing, the main thing that people really didn't or expected or wasn't sure about Kaido was the fact that he was immortal because he couldn't die and stuff like that. He was trying to kill himself. So that's the only thing that I kind of expect was like the biggest
bullshit too.
thing. other than that, in terms of like his armor or like his defenses or whatnot, like I don't think it was the biggest thing for for sure. For me, what I remember is just the fact that he couldn't die. So people were thinking,
Yeah.
oh, how would Luffy defeat him in that sense? Not the fact that
You can
he wouldn't be
defeat
able to
somebody,
do
but
points.
not kill him.
Dude, I knew that was bullshit too. The minute they said it, because the whole first thing when they talk about how I can't find a way to die, the immediate thing that came into my head was I was like, okay, bro, so let's take this
Yeah,
right
it's
here. Why don't
drown.
you sit there? If you sit there in the seat, let's get
He
Sakazuki,
won't
and let's
die.
take all the magma and let him shove that shit down your throat, and then tell me if you don't die. Then, 'cause I bet you
No,
will.
he probably won't.
He's
Actually,
trying.
Yeah, but wait.
He's trying to find an attractive way to die. I caught
Yes.
that immediately. Like he wants to go
Yeah.
out like a
Yeah.
super hard gangster. He wants to go out
Yeah.
like Roger. He wants to go out like
Yeah,
he
like
wants to go out
Whitebeard.
gangster.
Exactly. Yeah,
Hey,
because of the context, right? Because of the context.
Right.
Because what he did with Whitebeard.
So come like, bro,
regardless,
this
Yeah.
dude's not immoral. He's a really, really tough individual.
regardless
He's fighting amongst the best of the people. He wants to go out like a gangster.
I'm not trying to focus on the power scaling aspect, but when I said Zoro could be doing just as well as Law, kind of illustrates the point of this whole Yonko overhype. I love the Yonko. Don't get it twisted. Y'all know where I have him. But that's my point. Y'all innate in that reaction is, no, Zoro wouldn't be able to do this. Yes, he would.
Bro,
He would be
Well,
able to scar up on
I really,
come on, man.
Well, the thing is,
I don't like this narrative that you're saying. Right
regardless
now.
of what we really what the hell I was gonna say. I was going regardless on what we feel, but Kaido, I respect Kaido and I respect Big Mom. And looking
Nah,
at
I agree.
Blackbeard,
I respect all the
I have
Yonkos.
a bad taste in my mouth
Mm.
about
How?
Blackbeard. I know people say,
Wait,
"Oh, he's a real pirate and shit like that," right?
Oh, come on.
But I looking at all the niggas, the real niggas in One Piece and the real
Teach is a real
movers
one.
and shakers in One Piece.
Let him go.
I
Let
say-
him go. Wonder. Let him go.
the
Let him
real
go.
movers and shakers in One Piece, they had to overcome odds to get what they get. You understand? Blackbeard cooking the books. He making the odds. Blackbeard will never accept a fight unless the odds are 80, 90% in his favor. And that shit can backfire on him. Because it's a reason why Oda say hockey's blow him under fire, bro. You understand? Look at Blackbeard whole character. Look at his structure. Nigga one of the strongest devil fruits. He trying to cheat his way to poneglyphs. Like, bro.
well, yeah.
What do you
yeah,
mean not cheating,
Go.
bro? There ain't no cheating.
Well, again, this is the pirate world, Sean. So
Yeah.
like, I don't think anything would be
No,
considered.
I
But I
get
see
it,
what you're
right?
saying. Like the
I-
journey, he didn't go through a journey.
Right.
He's trying to steal someone else's journey, right?
Bro, Pharaoh,
Well,
let me
hold
ask you a
on. The
question.
man
Let me ask
waited
you a
for
question. If
30 years. Guys, hold on, Sean. He waited
Wait.
for 30
You're not
years.
catching what Sean's trying to say.
No,
Wait,
I
wait,
get
yeah,
what
yeah.
he's saying. But what I'm saying is he
Because what
waited for
Sean's trying to
30
say
years.
is actually speaking to what. But hold up. But what Sean's trying to say is not a bad thing. It's speaking
No.
to what Oda's trying to tell us. Oda's literally trying to tell us what Sean is saying, to where it's like,
Right.
because this dude does stuff, and it's not a bad thing. Keep in
It's not a
mind,
bad thing.
this is
Yeah,
not me
it's not a
shitting on
bad
his
thing.
story.
It ain't bad at all.
It's not bad.
This is good storytelling. This is good storytelling. Oda's trying to say,
Exactly.
like, this nigga keep doing shortcuts all the time. This is the reason why he's not the man that Roger's waiting for.
Right.
You can
But at the
imagine,
same
you can
time,
imagine
though-
you can imagine a
Mhm.
scene, right? Well,
Mhm.
Laffy asks, really, what is the One Piece? Blackbeard wouldn't let that nigga stop. He wouldn't stop him. He would literally
Actually,
want to know.
I don't buy that. Actually, I think he
yes,
would.
he would.
I think he would stop him. I actually do.
He wouldn't stop him.
Yes, he would. People misunderstand Teach's character. They only view Teach one way. He's got multiple personalities going on simultaneously, bro. He does.
Okay, then teach me.
He's got the plainer schemer. He's got the rash bold like Luffy. And he's got the quote-unquote scaredy cat. So he's like Law, Usopp, and Luffy all in one.
Shout out
No,
to the, shout out to the
You,
Three
you're
Hearts
making
theory, by the
Blackbeard
way.
more complex than he is.
Because he is. Sean,
No,
he's
no.
not just one personality, bro.
No,
We
Blackbeard
see
ain't a
this-
bold nigga. He ain't no bold nigga
Yeah.
like that, bro. Everything calculated. Blackbeard is
just-
remind me. Blackbeard
bro.
is remind me of
Okay, wait.
Basil Hawkins, bro. Everything
Well,
gotta be.
Oh no!
No.
I want to agree with that, Sean. I feel like UW is right on this one, where he has multiple. Because like even in this chapter, when he got hit by the radio, what was it? Puncture knife. He was like, Ogre, tell him, yo, you want to go back to the ship? He said, no,
but
I'm
wait,
Blackbeard.
no, Pharaoh. The odds still in his fucking favor because he still got his niggas with him. You understand? And he don't respect
Not
law.
his full crew.
But
Not
even
his full crew. Don't do that, Sean.
but even in Marine
Law
Ford
got
though,
his
right?
full crew though.
I mean, even in Marine Ford, even though like things got
This
in his
nigga
favor,
big
he
white
was very
bed for his
bold to
life,
do that,
bro.
bro. He was very
He
bold to
big
come into
white
Marine.
bed for his life. Y'all gassing this nigga up.
Come
No,
on,
but
bro.
I'm
What
not
is he
gassing
bold?
anybody.
I'm not saying that's like one
part.
part of his personality, Sean. I'm saying that he has different aspects to him. Like how UW was saying he was bold. He's bold at certain times. He's cowardly at certain times. He has a mixture of like things that makes him a solid dude. But
Yeah,
I
but
just telling you.
but he is very calculated.
Wait,
I don't
wait.
respect. I get it. He's a pirate and all that, but at the end of the day, bro, your chin can get checked. Your chin
Yeah.
can get tested, bro.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
understand? Ain't everything can be perfect.
But that's
for sure.
why he
And
tries to stack the odds in his favor, though. He understands that.
that's the whole-
He waited for 30 years before he made his move. He knows what these seas are like. So
Yeah.
that's why he takes calculated risks, which isn't stupid, actually. And here's the thing. Yes, Oda's telling a narrative, but hold on. Oda, and this is why I said this is now the perfect Yonko system, because Oda stripped away the mythical, legendary figures of the Yonko. Now he's made them just men, and I love that.
Oh, facts.
Bro. He ain't strip away shit about the Yonkos. The Strats just catch up in strength to the
No,
Yonkos.
I think what he's saying is
wait. So Sean is saying something that I kind of wanted to shed a light on, especially with what Wonder was saying about people were making the Yonko out to be these gods and whatnot, and now seeing what Law is doing, people are kind of freaking out and saying, "Oh wait, I already said they could do this, and oh Zoro can do this as well." Why are we kind of focusing on that narrative? Back when people were talking to all that stuff, like in Saboti before that, when we were introduced to the Yonkos, it was completely valid to view them that way when YBA was doing this in this Marineford. Because why? The main characters went on that level. So obviously, naturally, when they progress to a level where they can actually compete and Luffy's able to punch Kaido and he can feel it, and Zoro is able to scar him, and Law is at the level of Luffy, like relatively the same, and they're competing. Obviously, it's gonna make sense, but we shouldn't be saying, looking back in the past and saying, wait, cats were out there overrating the Yonkos, and no, they weren't. They were giving them their due.
But it was not in the past. It was
No,
recent.
it was in the past.
Time.
It was not
No,
in
it was
current
not.
time. Wait. So current
It
time
was in
as
current time.
as in what? Before Wano? If Luffy
No,
before Wano
during Wano. During Wano. That's what we're trying to tell you. I don't know. Like it wasn't the fact that people weren't still respecting that. Like for instance, to me, the Yonko exactly as they thought they were. Like they strong as shit. So, wait, hold on. Let me get wrong. I'm gonna answer your question. The whole entire thing here when it came to the Yonko is what me and one were just saying. To when we see people like Kiku, who is of course not as strong as Luffy or Zoro or anybody like that, right? But Kiku comes in and shanks this dude and stuff like that. People are like, what the fuck? How the fuck is that happening? It was like, fam, this is what Oda was doing in the past. That's why I gave you the two-piece example to where if we were to hear Luffy's exploits after he became the Pirate King, not before, we would be viewing Luffy like he's some type of magician god, nigga god. Haha, get it? Right? To where he's this godlike figure to where like he can't be touched, he can't be hurt and shit like that. And then come to find out, you see this nigga lost to Caesar Clown. Like, wait, what the fuck? Like, cause these are men. These are men. They're powerful men. They're powerful men and women. Shout out to Sean Leland, right? Powerful men and women, right? But they're not perfect. They take L's. But if you're writing the story, if you're Oda, if you're what's the dude with the newspaper, Morgans, right? If you're Morgans, you wanna sell a dope story. You wanna get the niggas hype. You wanna get the audience hype as shit. This nigga's a god. He can't be shot with a bullet. He fought like 10,000 niggas. All that kind of stuff.
Okay, wait. So I understand what you're saying. But let's say I'll grant you the Kiku thing, where like people were saying that and maybe
they
didn't live up to expectations.
They flipped out, bro.
Wait. But I'll grant you that. But at the end of the day, that Kiku thing was kind of irrelevant. Like if you really look at the grand scheme of things,
Wait.
No, but the point of that is saying like it wasn't really sort of, it didn't go for or necessarily against the hype or the god status. Kaido still had that god status, even with that Kiku, what do you call it? Kiku moment, right? Or like the Skyward moment, because
it did not take away anything from me when I saw that.
Yeah,
It did
yeah.
not take
So
away
I'm
anything
like,
from
it
it.
further
yeah,
cemented Kaido to me.
wait. So pretty much what I'm trying to say is that it's like it's pretty much an outlier. Because honestly, if
No,
Kaido
it's
was in his
not.
hybrid, yeah, it is. Because if Kaido
No,
was in
it's
his
not.
hybrid form, if
No.
Kaido was in his
It's not
hybrid
outlier.
form, and then Kiku and the Skywards were able to sort of do some kind of damage to him, like real
They were
damage.
still fucking them up. What are you talking about?
No, they weren't. Like it was barely anything. Like it's really something
Anima,
that's
Barely
it's
anything.
little.
Did you see
you're
the amount of blood that came
misunderstanding.
out
Hold
when they
on,
hit him
No,
with that toaster gun?
no, but that's not even
Anima,
what I want to focus on necessarily. All I'm trying to
Anima.
say is that, like, yeah, go ahead.
Here's what people mess up between Kaido and Linlin. Switch my take on who's the most durable character. Linlin's the most durable character. She pretty much don't take damage. Kaido has a hatch regenerative capacity because he's a zone. That's where people mistake him, which is why it's just like you keep hitting him and he's like, why does he keep getting up? Because he's an awakened mythical Zoan. Is
That's
why.
a good point, Wanda. That's
Okay.
a very good point.
People just have missed this. Think about it. How many people damaged this dude? And they just couldn't put him. See, it's not he can't be defeated, but killing him is the problem. He just keeps getting back up like a zombie. Because
Yeah.
that's the whole narrative
In a
of the
way,
Yeah,
in a way, I don't want to divert too much from that, right? But in a way, how Kaido lose, I feel like in looking at what Oda's setting up with Blackbeard, it can leave a
Yeah.
very bad taste in my mouth. Because the Kaido fight, with the falling into magma and shit,
Why?
that leave me feeling a certain type of way. Even
Blackbeard
with
falling
Big
into
Mom.
water.
Me, it was
You
poetic
understand?
justice, personally.
Wait.
make these,
I want to hear what it says. Go ahead.
you make these niggas so powerful that you can't beat them in a fair fight. So you use the environment. Blackbeard, this nigga is an anchor in the sea. You understand? And he's starting to show it with Law. Like even Law confidence. Law's a strategic dude. He's a very
Right.
calculated dude. He know he could leverage the sea against Blackbeard, and he already started to do it. So I don't want a situation come where Luffy and Blackbeard fighting and Blackbeard lose due to the sea. I want a fair, not really a fair thing, but I want
It's going to be
something
about
more
Conqueror's
greater than that.
hockey. It's going to be about Conqueror's hockey. That's what the
Well,
narrative is.
no,
It's Luffy. It's going to be Devil Fruits cancel out, and who's got the best hockey? Do you remember? Hold on, Sean, hold on. Do you remember Luffy versus Z, the final fight, where it was just that brawl, just a straight up knock them, slot.
When they started punching each other out?
Wonder. But the thing is,
that's what it's going to be. That's exactly what it's going to be.
The thing is, Blackbeard ain't really a conqueror, though. The Oda setting up a parallel between Luffy and Blackbeard.
That's the point.
Let me go. Oda setting up a parallel between Luffy and Blackbeard, where Blackbeard is this dude. We just discussed it. He's stocking the odds in his baby, eating all these devil fruits, so he don't have to conquer nothing. So everything ready, set, and line up for him to win. You understand? Luffy is this dude who had to break through all these barriers and shit and overcome all type of shit. They the complete opposite type of people, bro. So it's a parallel thing going on between Luffy and Blackbeard. Blackbeard won't have King Zaki. I could guarantee
Yes, he
that.
does. Yes, he
He
does, bro.
He won't.
But okay, so
Yes,
even
he does. Bro,
wait,
yes,
but
he does.
even
I'm gonna shower
but
down.
even
I'll
if he does,
put money down.
Luffy-
I'll put
hold on,
money
Sean.
down. You know I have Conqueror's hockey.
Luffy wins every major fight. Luffy wins every major fight the same way. This is why people don't get it about Luffy. They don't get it with Oda's consistency. Except for Buggy. Buggy's out the way. Luffy wins every major fight because his will is superior. That's why with the whole Rob Lucci, that didn't make sense. Yes, it does, if you understand the narrative. Luffy's hockey was greater than Rob Lucci's. Katakuri, Luffy outlasted him. Versus Kaido, Luffy had more will. That's what it was. He broke Kaido.
Is that not funny though?
Luffy also had Yamato, Kid, Law, all the scared. No, play. All right, keep going.
Oda ain't highlighting Blackbeard hockey, bro. Everything is devil fruits.
Yeah, that's
you understand.
That's my point.
And even in this chapter, Oda show us that, and he's starting to lay down the foundation that, bro, hockey could deal with some of these abilities Blackbeard have. You understand?
Right.
So
That's my
all of a
point,
sudden
though,
you don't
John.
wake up overnight. You don't wake up overnight and change your character type. If someone tell me, okay, Luffy and Aki Inu can be like a last man standing, blow for blow Z type of fight where the nigga with the highest will win, I would believe that because Aki Inu is a warrior, dog. He's a conqueror. Don't back down for shit.
Sean, you're not understanding what I'm saying. Luffy always forces it to become that kind of fight. Luffy's going to if their devil fruits are going to cancel each other out. Who's got the greater hockey? Who's got the more will? Luffy does. That's why he's going to beat Teach. Because Teach seems to have so much more power, right?
Okay,
just like
so
Kaido
I
did.
think
No,
Just
but
like
if you look at
Katakuri,
niggas looking at Blackbeard, Darkness Fruit and his damn girl fruit and thinking he have the matchup advantage and shit. But I looking at Luffy and I looking at Blackbeard fruit, and they ain't really shit to what Luffy dealing with, because you gotta
He
recognize
cancels it out. So it's about hockey.
the Nika shit cancel that girl shit out instantly. No question. He can't be affected by that fruit. So Blackbeard only dealing with the darkness fruit against
Teach is
him.
going to
I
get
wouldn't say
blows on
he
him.
can't be
He's going to
affected.
affect him.
Bro, he's canceling that shit out.
Bro, I wouldn't say he can't be affected by it.
No. Okay, so
He'll be
by can't be affected. By can't be affected. It just means that the fact that Nika is where it's at right now, it's not going to be a big deal.
But Luffy can't spam
Nika
it.
is a comic book shit. No logic to
But
that
Luffy
shit.
can't spam it, Sean.
But
Luffy,
he
you know
doesn't have
what
to.
happened.
He doesn't have to spam it. I mean,
He's messed up in Gear 4. You know how
Now,
Luffy's fights get down.
but we've
He
seen how
shaves
Gear
off
4
his
is.
life every fight, bro. He shaves off his life every fight.
But we know he's gonna do that anyways, especially in the Blackbeard fight. So it's expected.
Bro,
Like,
But that's my point.
Okay, Sean.
At the end of the day,
but the point is, the point is that we know what's gonna happen.
Okay, Sean. But
Yeah.
the thing about
It's not gonna be a big deal. That's the whole
the thing
point.
about the Gurgur canceling out, the Nika fruit, right? That's why Blackbeard has the black darkness fruit to get rid of that,
Yes.
and
And
then
that's
he
why
can quake the dude. You know?
Hey, and that's why
Yeah.
Oda laying down the foundation that, bro, Haki could be a possible corner to the darkness through that Caruso shit.
Very possible.
He laying down the
Yeah,
foundation,
exactly.
bro.
Wait, and that's why any kind of matchup with Blackbeard coming down to being like a whale thing or like a Kentucky thing,
Yes.
especially, isn't looking so good for Blackbeard, because Blackbeard hasn't really Blackbeard hasn't really been set up to kind of have that kind of, the same level of strength or like whale strength that Luffy has.
I think that's that
Why
go
do you
against
think I have
Blackbeard.
Shanks over Blackbeard?
Daddy,
That's why I have Shanks over Blackbeard.
To me,
Wait,
giving
so
Blackbeard
that's
King's
the thing,
Haki, that's breaking his character. I would personally
No, it
like in a
isn't.
Luffy fight. Wait, I
Yes,
would
it
like
is.
in a Luffy, I would like in the Luffy fight that Blackbeard do when these stuff start falling on him and these devil fruits start feeling him. I would like if he do some Ric Flair shit, some dirty shit. That's his character. You understand?
Well, the thing
Whole
is,
Nami
Still be
hostage.
a conqueror.
yeah, Sean, he can still have
You can
Conqueror's
still be
Haki,
dope.
but he might be the odd one out where not all kings are the same though. That's the thing, Sean.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say hypothetically he have
Yeah,
King's
so-
for their
Haki,
life,
right?
dog. Ain't no
Let's
king
say
taking for their life like
hypothetically
that.
Wait,
Blackbeard
hold
have
on.
King's Haki.
Yeah.
If he
What
has
was it?
King's Haki, it's a very basic King's Haki, right?
Yeah.
Luffy on an advanced level
No.
of King's Haki.
Bro,
He
like,
has none. He has
Yeah,
none.
he definitely has
Ain't
Ain't no king begging for their life like that, like he did Whitebeard.
That's
The man
hard.
snuck Whitebeard.
What?
Whitebeard was whooping his ass. He was like, "Nah, I was kidding."
nah,
No,
Don't do it to me,
but
Dad. Don't do it to me.
wait.
What?
Nah, but wait.
There are
wait,
different
wait.
types of snakes.
No, but
Jesus
he
Christ.
will beg.
Not doing
Even
that. Yeah, that
Luffy will
nigga's a
beg,
Burger
depending on the
King.
situation. No, but I
No,
think the whole thing here.
Okay.
Wait, but I think the whole thing here is that even if Blackbeard does have Kankosaki, like the fight isn't looking too lucrative right now. Like it's not like I'm not excited about that fight.
This nigga say
I'm
lucrative.
Yeah, like I'm like
Third
I'm-
devil fruit. Third devil fruit. Third devil fruit.
Anima said that he got the pay-per-view. He not sure about paying for it right now, dog.
yeah, exactly. Like
Animal.
I'm not paying for
Third
that
Animal,
fight.
devil fruit. Remember?
Hold on, wait.
Remember
Yo,
what
Wonder.
Six said.
I gotta ask Anima this
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
Yo, Anima, you gonna pirate the fight, bro? You got the link?
Yeah, probably.
You got
Yeah,
the
I'll
link to the
probably, I'll just casually pirate it. But that's the whole thing.
I feel like Blackbeard. I
Wait,
feel like Blackbeard
wait.
is a step down from Kaido in a way to
Exactly,
me in
bro.
terms of
Like,
power.
exactly. Wait. And actually,
Now,
this is
that
the
I
biggest
disagree
thing
with.
that I wait. But this is the biggest thing that I kind of wanted to like add with that. One, the power, but overall the character. Like, I'm not looking forward to the Blackbeard saga, like the Blackbeard part of like Luffy's journey at all. Like, honestly,
We're
I kind of want to skip that entire thing. Well, I understand that a little bit,
Yeah.
but the whole thing is like I'm not really like
skip
that focused on it. Hold on. Yeah, I honestly I feel like I'm one of the main
Wow.
exactly.
And
Okay.
Really, honestly, I'm more looking forward to Akiyinu than
Real
Blackbeard,
talk.
like at all. It's not even close at all. Like
No,
Blackbeard is like
wait.
it's not.
Forward
It's
to all of Blackbeard's.
Blackbeard
it's not
is
interesting.
a-
It's not
Akinu
interesting
is a
to
better
me at all,
villain
bro.
for Luffy than Akinu right now, bro. Because Blackbeard ain't really do nothing to Luffy. Like, you
Blackbeard-
understand what I'm saying?
Blackbeard
No,
doesn't
no,
really
no.
like. Hey, look. No one is scared of Blackbeard. No one is scared of Blackbeard. The only thing that makes people like a little bit worried about Blackbeard is the fact that he can do some sneak stuff, but that's about it.
No, but
Like,
the thing about Blackbeard,
Wait, but that's what makes it so good, though. I'm tired of having these fights against people who's like, yo, when Rob Lucy came into the frame, like, yo, we ain't never seen somebody as dope as Rob Lucy. Crocodile comes to the frame, yo, Crocodile is legendary pirate for Whitebeard. Kaido comes to the frame, yo, Kaido's this dude who can't get hit. Blackbeard is just this scumbag asshole who's gonna give a fantastic fight. I like that. I like
He's
it.
not. He just does whatever. It's like he's the amplified king. Here's the thing, Anima. What everybody tends to forget. See, Oda does this. He's beautiful at it. He's focusing on the Yami Yami. He's focusing on the Guru Guru, the Quake. Third devil fruit. What did Shanks say? I was not caught off, and I think this is the whole point of and which I predicted that Law would encounter because of the direction he was going. The
was
point
not
of
cut off
Law's
guard when
fight
he
is
gave me
we
that
won't
scar.
see it. We won't see it, but we're going to find, and Law is going to look like he's about to take him out. And then whatever Blackbeard's third devil fruit is going to come into play. And that's what caught Shanks. And Law's not going to be able to predict it.
I don't really know if it's a devil fruit, but I could tell you as a matter of fact that Blackbeard have a power he hiding and he ain't showing
That's
yet.
a devil fruit.
Because
Yeah, wait.
even if you
All right,
even if
third
you
devil
look at
fruit,
if you look at his weapon, then they got Wolverine
Okay.
claws, and you have to be fast for that type of fighting style. Look at Captain Curl. You have to be fast to be able to hit
and that's why
Shanks on guard.
And Sean, that's
My
why
whole entire thing.
I don't necessarily understand why you saying that, you know, he's a step down in power from Blackbeard. I think the thing that's like changing people's perspective. I do think that Kaido is stronger, but I don't think it's like that is like a crazy, you know, gap or anything. What I do think that's changing people's perspectives because Law, you know, damaged the dude here. And
Not really.
Law is like very successful.
No,
in this encounter.
it's not just that. And people are talking about also how when Rayleigh showed up, he kind of shit himself a little bit.
Well, the thing is, that situation was that situation is like there's a lot of context in that though. Like he was about to lose like a lot of two dudes in his crew. Like it was a lot.
That wasn't the reason. That was not the reason why.
It wasn't the reason, but it was one part of the reason.
Honestly, though, Carol, I just
wait, Sean.
Yeah, but this goes to the but this goes to the conquest
I'm
as well.
actually liking. This is the reason why I'm liking this fight because Blackbeard is about to be the only non-hyperpeel fight that Luffy's about to have, and I love that because now you get a legitimate chance to be surprised with the outcome. Does anybody understand what I mean by that? Like before, we had all these expectations of all these fights that Luffy's about to have. There is no expectation. It's just go in and see what happens. I love that.
Yeah,
wait.
I just want to see him.
Wait, but really, what you're saying is that there is no expectation that Luffy will lose, right? Because at this point, Luffy's on that level. Yeah, exactly.
Fuck it.
But previously, like there was like an expectation that Luffy is the underdog here. So with the Blackbeard fight,
yes. No, Anima's right. Before, the expectation is always Luffy's the underdog, so you're scratching your head like, man, how's our boy gonna come out of this situation right here? Now, I feel like it's equal playing field to where it's like we don't know what's up with Blackbeard. Luffy does his own thing. Let's just see a fight, bro. Let's just see a fight.
Wait.
I like that.
All right, okay. Yeah, so look, okay, so other than the thing that Wonder just mentioned, which is the third power that Blackbeard is hiding, and which, by the way,
which I think he will have. Yes.
yeah, okay, yeah. So, which, by the way, I'm reserving my judgment for that. So, if something like that happens, and which I do believe is gonna happen.
Gonna lose.
Yeah, wait,
Just saying,
yeah,
I'm already calling
So, yeah. So, if something like that happens and it's nice enough, then maybe I'll change my mind on
But
what
we're not gonna see it though.
Well, okay. So even if we
We're not
don't
gonna
see it,
see
it's
it.
like
We're not gonna
at
see
the
it.
very least, it's gonna make the fight or like Blackbeard's whole resolution interesting to me. Like the fact that mystery right there. But
Right.
if it's not good and all, like if Oda shows a significant portion of like the law fight, honestly, I might enjoy that more than the Luffy fight against Blackbeard.
Also,
Because
another thing,
I'm not interested
Nah.
in any of that stuff.
What
I
if
really like
what if I
side
were to
characters
say
fighting.
to Animal? What if I
I agree,
add this
Animal.
in? What if Teach actually has the most stamina of all the Yonko? He doesn't sleep. Well,
No,
hear
no,
it out then.
So what?
He
Okay,
doesn't
go.
sleep. What if he
Oh,
takes
that's right.
Law into
That's
the
right.
deep waters? That this fight goes a long time. And Law, we know his devil fruit drains. We know that Luffy's
does.
devil fruit drains. But
It does.
what if Teach can take you into them deep waters like Floyd did to Conor McGregor? You take somebody into them deep waters like they don't like to go.
You mean the current Yonko?
Well, think of the fight between Hashirama and Madara. Them deep waters. Everybody focuses on the beginning of the fight. Law's already busting out Awakening. That's a bad sign, bro. You ain't supposed to just be busting that out. That's a terrible sign,
That's
actually.
true.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
That's horrible.
It's a good point. It's a good point. Wonder's arguing the fact it's a war of attrition, to where it's like Law's doing all the fancy stuff. Law's doing all the fancy stuff right now, but Blackbeard playing the long game in the fight.
Wait, but granted,
Just as
I don't think.
is.
Yeah, but granted,
That's
I don't think
his
anyone.
Just as his character, that's a good point. That's a good point. Just
Y'all
like
gotta
Blackbeard's
recognize
character has been for the whole entire
Yeah,
series.
but I don't.
Blackbeard
Law
played the long
Awakening-
fight the
Law
long way.
Awakening
Luffy loves
different
sports
from-
fight.
Law
Luffy never
Awakening
fought a dick.
different from niggas Awakening. Law have a deep bag of Awakening shit. You understand?
No.
They eat already show. Yes, bro.
Wait, everybody had a deep bag though. Katakuri and Doflamingo were pretty impressive when they did their stuff.
I don't care about
I
your
mean,
bag.
they're
All of them busted out Awakening deep into the fight. Law's already shooting his old load, bro. He ain't gonna have no bullets left. Yes, I did that intentionally. That was intentional. He doing it quickly. He ain't going for the whole hour.
Wait, so two things though.
He's
Wait,
shooting all of these bullets.
Well, the
early
thing
on.
I will say, you know about like
Wonder saying a lot of that dude who gets the chick in the bed, he's so excited, so he start going ham and he just.
the thing about I will say something about Law's Awakening though. Like is a thing Oda likes to do with arcs. Now that Wano is over, we saw it in the arc it was used. It drained him a lot. He said he was going to use it as his last resort. But now that we're over that, it's going to be there, but not as much because these guys have grown stronger.
True, but
for
the
sure.
point is, we've never seen Teach do any crazy
I agree,
technique.
though. I agree. Teach hasn't even
I
began to use anything yet.
Law's gonna get exhausted. Law's gonna get exhausted eventually because Wonder does make a good point. Like he started off like way out
and if at the end of the chapter, Blackbeard uses the signature move. That's a bad sign. Kurozu, you know everybody gets hit by that shit. You know, because it's an off-guard technique.
And another point. Oh, go ahead.
Go.
Okay.
One quick point. To further the point about Luffy and why I love this fight, especially after Kaido, is that Kaido's experience, Katakuri's experience, Doflamingo's experience. Luffy's always been fighting experienced pirates and such, but these guys have been doing this a long time. And Luffy has to learn before he fights someone like Shanks, bro. You better your experience. You better be on that world championship level, man, because you know Shanks coming. No, chill. Of course, I've been saying that from the beginning. Of course, he has to. Luffy has to fight Shanks.
Like
that's
fight. Fight.
Yes.
Or they gonna scrap.
I think. Hold on.
We have time to see that.
Oda laying down the foundation to Luffy and Shanks fight too with Bartolomeo, because Shanks might fuck this nigga up, and Luffy ain't gonna have that.
Shank, the whole point is Shanks keeps saying it's closing, it's approaching. Even if it's not super serious, a Davy back, they have to clash with Conqueror's Hockey. It has to at least be a
I think
Roger Newgate
it's gotta
situation.
happen.
They have to.
Speaking,
They have to fight.
speaking of
He got to test to see if Luffy got that light.
speaking
He
of
gotta
what
see
Sean just said, speaking of what Sean just said about fucking up Bartolomeo, I did find it funny that like when Wano was coming close to the end and Shank showed up to promote the film Red and shit. I like what was it? Lucky Roo was talking about, he was looking at the photo about how they're all like, got 3 billion bounties. Like, oh, look at our boy, man. He looking so cool. Hey, why that whole ass nigga kid next to him or something like that? Why you teaming up with him? And I was like, y'all know Luffy's a grown man, right? He ain't got to follow what y'all do.
Yeah.
Like, I was like laughing at that shit. Like, so, because y'all got beef with kids, Luffy's supposed to know that? Like, no.
Yeah.
But it's
like,
funny to me that Luffy is like, I remember
Luffy did know that. I don't think he would care.
I love that.
I don't think he cared. I know Shanks is a hero, but he's like, bro, your beef ain't got nothing to do with me.
But the thing that about Blackbeard,
Besides,
really
y'all came
scary.
out on the winner side. Y'all cut that boy arm off.
Yeah, but the thing about Blackbeard that's really very scary right now is because it's a lot of uncertainties, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's the fun part. That's the part that I like.
So the couple.
What if,
so one thing.
What if it's actually? I'm with the people. I mean, there's been different theories, but I like the one that his third power is actually the Loya. Because I'm with the Yami Nomi being that mythical Zoan thing. Because that shit never made sense to me as a Loya.
It's gonna be overused now. I don't feel. I feel like that's a one time.
I don't want to do that again.
No, it's not a one time thing because Robin and other characters might
bullshit.
Mythical zones. It makes sense.
Yeah, that I feel like that mythical zone thing. I don't think I was gonna use that again.
I'd rather Oda use it one time. Don't use it again. Please don't.
Wait, guys.
Was it your Paramecia alone? Because it never made like there was just certain things about it that never added up. And
yes, the regeneration time, all that kind of stuff. That's what I said. Use it one time.
Each being his Logia being different from every other Logia. Come on, man, that doesn't make sense.
Nah, wait,
you gotta hit that Aokiji and Vegapunk, bro.
Oh,
yeah, we do. But wait. All right. So maybe the last topic before we go to that one. So one thing, or not the last topic, like the last point is that. So
wait, do we have organization in this chat for a change? What is this?
Wait,
yeah, we changing, man.
A little bit. Yeah, but wait. So one with regards to actually a couple of things. So one with regards to Law and Blackbeard, I don't think anyone expects Law to win or anything like that. So I don't think like anything that he's doing is like to be like taken too seriously. Oh yeah, I remember what I was gonna say. So like him going using what do you call it, his awakening right away. It's just an understanding on Law's part that he is facing Blackbeard and he understands Law Blackbeard's ability, like it's his power. Yeah. So that makes sense. It's not like a blight on Law. He just understands Blackbeard. It's just like when Luffy went against like someone like Cracker, like you understand like when he went straight into Gear 4. Like you know that the caliber of the opponent you're facing is strong enough. So you use your maximum thing. But also another thing is that I forgot a second. I was gonna say something with the fruit, but the third thing I was gonna say is that so if you take Blackbeard away and Kuzan, who we know is there, like do you think Law can take on Blackbeard, the pirates? Wait,
Kuzan there?
Well, Kuzan is like
even without Kuzan, he's dying if it's the whole crew. He's dying. He ain't taking on the whole crew, bro.
So that's pretty much what I'm trying to say. So
if it's just Blackbeard and Kuzan, he's dying.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm saying remove those two. Remove those two, and it's just the crew, the current crew that's there. You think
crew
he's still dying?
Then the hard pirates get bodied. The hard pirates get bodied.
Oh wait.
Yeah, the hard pirates get bodied.
Even the straw
guys, wait.
Or Yonko Kuso, I give him a shot, but no.
Nah, but listen though.
Law by himself, no. That's 10 vets. No.
I think
I don't see it,
bro. Wait, listen, guys. You guys are not listening.
The fact that Law came out.
Wonder. Now, Wonder. I'm seeing the current ones there right now.
Oh, the current ones are there right now. So there's what? There's 4 commanders right now.
Van Auger, Doc Q, and who? Who else? Stronger and Burgess, Van Auger, Doc Q.
So there's 4.
What are we asking?
What are we asking?
So my point is that like how big. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So like, one is
Law can win. He can win. Is it guaranteed? No, but he can win. He can win.
Again, what's the question?
Well, Burgess, Brent Auger, and Doc Hughes,
so
he can
pretty much-
win. It's not a
pretty much
guarantee, but he
what-
can win. He
Yeah,
can.
pretty much
What
what
are we saying? Like, if
I'm
Law fought them by himself without Blackbeard, or what?
No,
yes,
like
by
yes.
him.
Yeah, Law,
by
Law can take them by himself if Blackbeard's not there.
Yeah, he can win.
Wait, but also
Yeah, he can win.
again, I'm just look. It's not just he can win. Okay, so for example, let me ask. What if it was Luffy? It was Luffy against just them. Like, would it be?
Luffy
Luffy
will
can
win.
win, or wait.
No, Luffy's at a different level. Luffy's at a different level.
No, but
One
how
Baj
could
Rank
they-
gun would wipe out them fools so fast.
No,
Like,
but that's the
it's
point,
not
like,
fair. Like, Luffy is. Y'all gotta understand.
No,
Law, you think Law would have been able to take down Kaido? Seriously, do you
No.
think he could have?
wait.
No.
If
No.
if Law was the main,
No.
no, Luffy's at a different
listen. If Law was the main character, absolutely. I can
hell
see.
no.
the-
Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
It's true. It's true. Like there's
Let's
no.
not do that.
No,
Let's not do
That's
that.
not true. That's your
If-
guess.
if
Law
Law
yeah, if he was the main
Law was
character,
the
he
main
would win.
character.
going down
I
in,
mean,
in that Lucy fight.
If Law was the
with
main
Kaido.
character,
yeah, if he was the main character, he would
exactly, bro.
win.
if Law was
Yeah,
the protagonist,
we're gonna go down that slippery. We're gonna go down that slippery slope of BS, and we can call BS on Kid and Law's fight every time Law and Kid kept saying I'm tired, but then they kept busting out awakening attacks and pops.
Well, I never bought that.
But that's the whole.
I never
point, though.
bought that. Like, people think
But
awakening is like a one-time shot.
I'm
It's
talking
a
about the
state.
argument of I'm talking about the argument of the BS
Yeah.
situation. Oda pulls a lot of BS in fights. That's just what he does. I mean,
But it's not
what we gonna do? Oh
No,
god,
like,
I'm not trying to argue this.
The whole awakening, the whole. This is my last point on it.
The main character always has
The-
the most BS though. That's the point. So like
No,
Law
it
would
doesn't. I can
Come
give you
on.
miniseries where that's not true.
No,
That's
but
not
I'm talking
true.
about. I'm talking about in this series and Shonen in general. Like in
I
general,
will
this
say
is
for
a,
Animal's point. I will say for Animal's point.
That's
Anima.
not true.
Anima, for you
That's not
to
true.
argue your point about the BS being in Luffy's favor, I can say that like in there are certain parts of Kaido's things where Luffy getting knocked out 3 different times, blah blah, but he doesn't die. He comes back. That's the BS. But if we're gonna solely base it off of
That's
like
not
when
BS,
Luffy
though.
came back, I wonder. Let me talk. When Luffy comes back and he tags in with Yamato, like, yo, Yamato, go take the background. I got this, and I'm gonna take this the rest of the way. And then he does his thing, right? If I just take everything I know about Law and I literally shambles and switch Law out with Luffy and say, and then Law has a conversation with Yamato, like, yo, Yamato, sit this one out. I'm gonna take out Kaido. I don't see them winning. I don't.
wait.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, the story's
wait,
gonna make
the
it
whole
happen, though.
Yeah, wait, but it's
No,
not
I don't think so.
No, but it's not
I
even
don't
just gonna
think
make
so.
it happen.
Will him to death? It's not
No,
gonna work.
there are a lot of things that
Because
Oda, a lot of things that Oda can do.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, like-
Because Law, he could like put no limits on Law's ability. Like, yo, your room
Exactly.
can
That's the
bypass
whole
Haki.
point.
And the
Like,
fact
it
that
can-
No,
and even looking at the fact that the nigga using Punk really is the first attack of the fight. What else he fucking got in his bag? Punk
Exactly.
really
Like
He's probably a bit stronger because, as I always say, like One Piece to me, ever since I've been watching this series since 2002, One Piece to me seems like it's an RPG game, also Final Fantasy shit or Pokemon, to where like they fight somebody and the minute they beat the person, you know, in Pokemon or whatever, you get the experience points after you defeat your opponent. In Final Fantasy, the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what happened. So like when Law and Kid defeated Big Mom, if you want to picture like it's a video game, it was
it's
a
a
Law
huge
game,
XP.
5,000 experience points.
Yeah.
And like Law went up to like level 65 from level 60 because it was a big increase, right?
So he probably
So now
has
we're
like a
doing
new set of skills now.
level 65 Law versus on
Let me
Wano,
ask
he
you
was
a
level 60 Law.
question. Let me ask you a question. I was thinking about this like today. You feel like Blackbeard could, since the darkness could absorb everything, Blackbeard could absorb Law room?
Yes. Yes.
I think it's going to cancel. I think it's going to clash like it did with Ace's Fire, if that makes
No, I
sense.
mean if it could fully absorb it, like
yes.
like on some liberation shit, like swallow it up.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is,
Potentially.
it might be, but
Potentially.
the one thing I will say against that, Sean, is that the room is not a physical object. It's like a.
that's what I was trying to say. It's like, is it physical?
It's like not. It's like I don't know how to say. It's like it's something that you
No,
can't
but
touch, right?
The nigga
Yeah.
say everything, bro.
neither-
Yeah, that's why.
Well,
That's why I
but
do
neither
agree
is
with you on
fire.
that side. You know, it might be.
But
But
wait,
neither
but-
is fire, and technically it's darkness. So darkness isn't tangible. Neither is fire.
True.
And I always think about
I think it's gonna be like
when
against
Whitebeard.
No.
I always
Wait,
think
fire
about
is
the
though.
Whitebeard versus
Wait,
Blackbeard. I think about the
what?
Whitebeard versus
No,
Blackbeard thing to
fire.
where
Yeah.
I will admit the
Fire is
anime had a little bit extra sauce in this situation to where in the anime they had a little bit extra to where he's fighting Whitebeard and Whitebeard does the quick punch to him and then Blackbeard blocks it with the Kurozu whatever and then he doesn't suck in Whitebeard's fist, he just sucks in the quake. Right?
Right.
And then Whitebeard tries it again, and he does it again. He blocks the quake, and he sucks in the quake, and then Whitebeard's like, fuck this shit. And Whitebeard just hits him with the guillotine, the whatever thing's called.
I think it is possible, Sean. I think it's possible that the dude can like take Law's room.
Yeah.
But I was really impressed with Law. Before we move on to the Vegapunk thing, I did like Law's performance here because I didn't actually know what Reroom did until I saw this chapter. Now, initially in the Big Mom fight, I thought it was.
I had no idea.
I thought it was just like a sound room, right? But I think someone put someone posted this on Twitter. Is remote room. He can literally distance himself from the room while he's not in the room and manipulate whatever is in that room.
Okay, that makes sense.
And that is crazy.
I'm glad you broke that down. I had no idea. Like everybody knew what it was, and I was like, "How y'all know what this thing does?" I'm lost.
No, that easy. K-Room is Kokoku room. Like this sword.
Yeah, the sword. Yeah, he put it on the sword. Yeah. He might have other rooms that we haven't seen yet. He might show in this fight.
Which is what I would expect.
Yeah.
But also this gives credence to the idea that Oda could have found a way to make him Law defeat Kaido if he was a main character.
No.
I mean,
the reason maybe Law end of series, sure, but the thing about it with Law versus Luffy and why it doesn't work is because people are like, oh, Luffy kept getting up. This is why I suspected, I think a couple years ago that Luffy was a Zoan.
So many
because
hits.
I'm like, calm out. He's acting like a Zoan. He keeps getting up. You feel me?
But wait, are we just removing the context?
The thing is,
why are we removing context from this though? Like Luffy literally fell in the sea. Luffy should not have been able to get up from the sea.
The thing is, Law's ability is so creative that he can do anything, right? So I think I think what Oda could have done is that he would just find a way. Like he said before going into Wano, he was like, I'm not sure how to beat Kaido, but me and Luffy are gonna figure it out. He's gonna figure out something for Law as well. So it doesn't have to be this thing where it's like just
if we would have had one. Oh, you go first, I'll go.
Yeah.
If Law, see, people don't get this. When you switch out a main character, when you switch out a protagonist, you have an entirely different story. And it's not just, oh, well, of course, but no.
What was
if our story was focused on Law, this wouldn't even have been One Piece. It just wouldn't have been.
Well, obviously. I mean, we know that because it's Luffy's story. But the whole point is that
it's not that it's Luffy's story, meaning
it is
Law
Luffy's story.
is an entirely different character. We wouldn't have had the fights like we had with Luffy. It just wouldn't have happened.
And then the other thing you also got to attribute is, because let me land it, because I was waiting for after him, right? So the other thing you have to go to it, right, is when you look at Wano, right, and the whole situation with Luffy versus Kaido, how do you feel about the arc? There are people who have a lot of problems with how Wano went down as far as like how Kaido was beaten, how Big Mom was defeated, all kinds of like that, because they call the ass pulls for the stuff that doesn't make any sense, right? So when we talk about a narrative standpoint, right, with Law, if we switch out Law with Luffy doing that, right? People already had a lot of. I was one of them that had issue with how Luffy won that fight, right? But there's a bigger gargantuan leap that you have to take when you have Law soloing Kaido by himself, because the only thing you have to realize is like Law is going to have to take these hits from freaking Kaido.
Yes.
And the thing is, and mind you, Law can dodge because he can use room, he can teleport around, but can we believe that he's not going to get hit the whole entire time? No. And then we see him before. Law has not been written as this durability guy that he can stand the test of time for the last period of time.
The thing is,
you have to take a
Bruce.
Wait. You have to take this larger leap. To mind you, with Luffy, that was a leap. With Law, I gotta do a backflip and flame of hoop sleep to see him beat
I
Kaido.
don't think he needs to do that because
Why?
the thing
Why
is,
are you so
Bruce,
limited?
Oda can just find a way. We know Law has this, again, it's a versatile
What's the way?
ability. Okay, so he can say,
Who's talking right now?
Law can put a curtain around his body at all times. Law can put a curtain
Say what now?
on his body at all times.
You know an underrated aspect of
Wait.
this fight? Underrated aspect what a lot of people ain't looking at is the fact that Marco, a doctor, say Blackbeard have an abnormal body.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
now we have Law, a dude
A
who could
doctor as
really
well.
unveil what the fuck going on with
Yeah,
Blackbeard.
we're gonna get some reveals here.
That
We
is
get some
okay.
hints.
Oh, hints.
But wait,
yeah.
but go what Pharaoh was talking about. So he puts the current around his body, his durability is up. Continue. I want you to be Oda right now. I want you to be Oda.
Wait.
Okay,
Wait, Bruce.
Wait, hold on. I want Pharaoh
so
to be Oda.
that already
Right,
takes
right,
out the
right.
durability aspect.
Okay, durability. He's up now. He's got the curtain.
Him having
He got
like
the curtain.
multiple, he can have 5 curtains on his body at all times, so he can take any damage.
How much stamina? How much stamina does that take to put?
He doesn't have stamina because Luffy didn't have stamina.
But we know he has stamina because of Doflamingo fight. So we're
No,
stamina.
but like the stamina would be like the main character thing because the main character always gets up.
Guys,
so he gained way more stamina. Where'd it come from?
Guys,
Well, the thing is,
guys,
all right, we got.
here's the problem. Here's the problem. Yeah, here's my last point to it.
Yeah.
If Law was the protagonist, do you know what this type of series One Piece would be? Would be Hunter x Hunter. It wouldn't be One Piece as we know it. You would not have a Kaido. You wouldn't have a Lin. No, really think about what I'm saying. It wouldn't be about abilities. It wouldn't be about physical stats, bro. It would be about ability.
No. That's not what they're arguing.
I know. No.
They're arguing
That's
that
what I'm
Oda
trying to
write
say,
it in a
though.
certain type of way. But I'm trying to get
No.
Pharaoh
What I'm saying is,
to
it
write
wouldn't. You write a story to where your protagonist can really activate properly. And if Law wouldn't be acting like Luffy, he wouldn't work in the same world of One Piece. He just wouldn't.
Look, yes, he wouldn't because it's a completely different story if Law is the protagonist. But we're not talking about Law being a protagonist story wise. We're talking about just switching him. Like this is a thought experiment.
Then he died. Law dies.
If it's the main character?
No, wait. Yeah, a thought experiment in which Law is the main character for a moment. What moment is it? During the rooftop fight against Kaido.
He's taking over Luffy's place for this one moment.
Right, and then he dies.
Wait. No. So meaning that what? You give him the protection
Give
as
him the main character buffs, the story stuff.
Meaning that main characters don't die. It can still make sense because again.
No,
okay,
what
so,
I'm saying is
wait.
Then Law would have to run. He's not defeating.
Bruce, you mentioned something about Law not being able to take hits. So the durability thing has already been like established by Pharaoh. But another thing is that not every character fights it. Wait, no, but not every character has to fight the exact same way.
Yeah, the same way. You guys are looking at it.
No, but that's my point. I mentioned that he would mention. I already mentioned that he would dodge more because he could teleport around. My whole entire thing is because if we're gonna have him temporarily take place of the main character for this hot moment against Kaido, right? The last time that we saw Law get busy, I mean really, really busy, not that little scraps that he had with Wano. The last time we saw him get busy was against Doflamingo, right? So that's what I'm saying. Yeah. If he's gonna be temporarily the main character for this moment, you have to make me as a fan make me believe this and not want to drop the series after he beats this guy.
Well, he's gonna have to fight with Kid then. That's how you make it work. He's gonna have to fight with Kid. Because it ain't like he just can't do it, bro.
All right, we got.
Make me not want to drop the series. Okay.
Wait. Nah. I can't let this like.
Your point's gonna be a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, so bro, Luffy. We've seen the growth Luffy has made between Dressrosa and Wano, and especially even within Wano. Like, why in the world can't you just extend that same charitability to someone like Law? Like, I can't even believe you.
Hey, this is Shanks versus Miyagi all over again, guys. Like,
he didn't do anything.
He grew. Like, why?
I think it's possible.
Had to fight Katakuri.
Like, why are people so? You know what? Let's move on.
Let's do a vote before I end
next point.
Sean, do you think it's possible?
Yeah, next point, because I can go into reasons
Sean,
as to why it would be a completely different story. But anyways,
I mean, wait,
Law beating Kaido if he's the main character.
wonder. I don't think anyone
Law have the
disagrees with
tools.
that point.
Law
Stop saying
because
that.
Law ain't the main character. Others have to nerf him and dial him down. But Law have a more
Yeah, as the
higher
tools, right?
ceiling than Luffy
So
in terms of
Sean
level 2.
agrees. I agree. Anime agrees. UW disagrees. Bruce disagrees. Cool J, do you agree or disagree?
Y'all talking about Law being a main character or Luffy?
No. Law being a main character and defeating Kaido, is it possible?
Beating who? Kaido?
Yeah, if he's the main character.
It's possible, but
You agree? So do you agree or not? Okay, so it's possible for you. Okay. So we have 3 for 3. Let's leave it at that, right? Let's
Yeah,
move on.
Wait,
exactly.
it's possible. So it's 4 for 3, right?
No,
Impossible.
No,
no.
he on my side, bro.
No, how's he?
I don't want.
Wait,
right
Move on,
shit in,
move on.
bro.
This is getting petty. This is getting
All right,
petty. Move
all
on.
right.
Aaron,
Let's we gotta bounce.
He's the main character. All right, okay.
Okay,
Animal.
let's talk about the
Disengage.
Aokiji stuff. Let's talk about the Aokiji stuff. Aokiji came into Whole Cake, body
Yeah.
everyone.
Got you. Yeah, he did.
Stole pudding, and
He
it
did.
seems like
He beat her up. Somebody beat her up.
well, yeah, maybe, possibly,
She
but
just they whooped her.
yeah, she does
Sanji's
have
gonna be
some
mad.
She does have some
Sanji's going to be mad.
bruises on her.
Well,
her face.
She didn't whoop her. They
Should have
didn't
brought her with the straw hat. Anyways,
whoop her.
But it seems like Blackbeard is
Bro,
trying to
she
get
got a
his.
bandage over her nose.
Seems like Blackbeard is trying to get his Robin, his own version of Robin.
yes.
True.
But I'm
Yes,
not
he
sure
is.
how that's gonna play out I'm not sure if Pudding is gonna be willing to
Blackmailer.
work for him.
Blackmailer.
Well, it won't matter, Pharaoh, because they're heading towards after Egghead, they're heading, and I kind of figured this was the case. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, okay, they're going to Beehive. That's what all of this is leading towards.
Yeah,
they're going to Beehive.
Yeah.
And some people try to say the whole rocks, because I think Luffy's like rocks and Roger, but I get people's point about the Garp, and because this era, if this era's Garp is Smoker, and they're gonna save Kobe. Like, it's about the next major conflict is about to be Beehive.
Yeah,
It's about to be crazy.
Everything is connected. There's gonna be a blowing point where all of these sides are just gonna arrive at the same place at once. It's almost gonna seem like what'd you call it?
Marineford.
Not Marineford. God Valley V2.
Yeah.
God Valley
Yeah.
V2.
Yeah,
Too
there
many
you go.
opposing sides. We don't know who's with who, but something's gonna escalate and is gonna result into a crazy.
Well, everybody's
massive
just
battle.
gonna arrive there, and they're just the objective is to pretty much take down Teach. That is the objective.
Possibly. But
And
yeah,
to rescue everybody and to take down Teach.
I think this
Because
is
Luffy's
probably
gonna want to take down Teach and to rescue everybody else.
I think this is probably one of
okay.
the more unique ways Oda has gone about like showing a reveal through cover pages.
Cover story.
Yeah, because
I
he gave us like a scene.
Law.
He gave us like a
I
seamless
feel like
transition. I feel like.
we might be overthinking like the Aokiji shit a little bit. Aokiji to me probably was a member of Sword or the leader of Sword when he was in the Marines, and the fact that he owed the Marines now, he's still a fucking member of
He can
Sword.
still be a member. Yeah, that's been a
He's a
theory.
snitch.
I hold that Sword goes with, because I think Rocinante, if the theory about Law is true, that he's in Sword and whatever. So Rocinante, I say, was a part of Sword. I say Sengoku knows. I think Sakazuki and Kuzan made an agreement because they're both with Sword.
I agree.
Sword is now
Bro,
Borsalino, because
everybody got his
Cypherpole. Borsalino's actually Cypherpole, and he's just feeding information. Because somebody also brought up a beautiful thing. How do the Marines know that Law and Teach are fighting? Someone brought that
Yeah,
up.
it was
And
fast.
I'm like,
It
that
was
is a
fast.
phenomenal point.
Yeah, that
How
was
would
fast.
they know?
That's
Yeah,
true.
you didn't
They're on
catch
this
that, Pharaoh?
random
Yeah.
winter island.
shit,
First of all,
Aokiji-
shout out to Oda for that.
He knew about it immediately.
That's true.
Yeah, how did
I forget
Sakazuki
whose
find
vid
out
I was
about
watching, but they brought it up.
Yeah, how did Sakazuki find out about a random encounter so damn fast? Yeah.
One
gotta
of
be
the
all
Blackbeard fight, and you could say maybe it's Kuzan, and then I'm fine with that. I'm actually fine if it's Kuzan. Cool.
But
Right,
we do also know we've seen several cases in which my bad, Jay. But we've seen several cases where like the world government has like Because like when Whitebeard and Shanks meet up, they knew right
I
away.
didn't
It's
even
like,
say
oh,
that. No. I was waiting for you to say that. I was waiting for you to say that. This is actually different. I was waiting for you to say that
okay, well,
because it was rumored that Shanks and Whitebeard were going to meet up on a certain day at a certain point. So that's what they were talking about. Like, yo, Shanks and Whitebeard are supposed to be meeting up right about now. This might be a problem. Think they're gonna form an
you sure
alliance?
that was
I
a
don't
rumor?
know.
Is that what they said?
That's what
They
they were
was
talking
sending, they
about.
was,
So where it's like they was
they
supposed to
was,
be a big thing.
and they was
Mm.
sending letters and shit to each other. So
Yeah, it
Marine
was
probably
a
spotted
build
them
up to
or
where it was
something.
like, and the Marines are very good with intel, so it's like, okay, they're gonna meet up at this certain day and stuff like that. So what y'all think is gonna happen? They're gonna happen or not? Versus this right here,
This
this
a
is
fight. This
completely
actually
random.
I'll give you
This
that.
is random as
I'll give
shit.
you
right.
that. I'll give you that.
Law was minding his own business, and then Blackbeard was like, "Fuck you," and then now they fighting. But yet somehow Sakazuki within 5 seconds of the fight, like, oh, they fighting?
Oh,
Damn.
yeah.
Okay, I gotta sit here on my ass and just wait for
They're,
that
Hey,
shit
they're,
to
people are
happen because
mad
I
at
can't leave.
Sakazuki. What is Sakazuki
Why?
supposed to do as Fleet Admiral?
Why?
Y'all just want him to go everywhere?
Oh, they want him to fight.
yeah, I guess it's
And
because
I
every
get
time
that,
that we
but
do
it's
see
like he's
him,
Fleet Admiral.
he's
Honestly,
already.
Oh, he
honestly,
can't
I
get up.
feel it for Aquino, bro.
The dude wants to scrap, but he can't, bro. That's his
Yeah, he wants to
position.
fight, but he
I
can't
feel
do
it.
it.
Man.
That's he wants to
Like
scrap.
I
He
said,
want to fight, bro. He want to fight so
And
bad.
Goku tried to tell him. He like,
He
oh,
did.
you want this authority? Okay.
He did.
nigga,
You're not going to be
this,
able to do what you want.
this nigga depressed, bro. Like a nigga got dope.
I,
He could leave the league, but would they still love me, man? Would they
yeah.
still love me?
Well, they still love him and shit like that.
Okay, wait. So
Sakazuki
guys,
was never this hothead that people thought he was. Because if you go back to Marineford, this is why people's perception in the communities be so messed up. And then they come at guys like myself. Because Sakazuki was always a plotter. Go back
that's
to
facts.
Marineford and rewatch,
Um,
reread it. That man was coming out with plots left and right.
Yeah.
so
Alright.
it
He the
depends on
one
what,
that influenced
I don't
Squardo.
Why
Oh.
are people saying like, bro? Does anyone remember anyone saying Sakazuki's a hothead?
No, people have
'Cause
him
I
as
don't-
like
Everyone said
yeah.
that. Oh my
as like
They said
this
god.
that before.
brash dude.
They said that
No,
before.
but obviously
He's not.
Sakazuki
He's
have a
not.
rage meter, but I think people is take it like, okay, this
They took-
nigga dumb. He just
they take it
just
over
a
exaggerate.
animal.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
they be doing that. You know why they did that? You know why they did that? Is because, which is an unfair reason why they did it, because I know very well he does things with a logical mind.
No,
People did that. People did that because when what's the man who died? Whitebeard. When Whitebeard died, right? When Akainu came out the bottom of the pit and he's like, "Yo, I gotta kill Luffy." This nigga was on like a war hunt to kill his ass.
He was
going to
bloodlusted,
everybody.
bro.
but the reason
Misunderstood that.
the reason
Hold on,
why
let me go. People misunderstood that as he's some type of hothead, and he's like, no, he's appropriately assessing the situation. I don't want that nigga to survive because he might be a problem in the future. He's gotta die now.
Hey guys, so when
the reason why people is do it for Aquino because the admirals have at least the pre-time skip admirals had something where their devil fruit was connected to their personality. Like with Aokiji, he was chill because he had the cool fruit. So niggas automatically assume that Aquino is the hard-headed dude.
Yeah.
But he ain't really as hard-headed as people is make it.
Yeah, but normally
most
boils up over time, though.
personality.
They was going
Yeah,
by a
he's
lot of shit. They
wild.
was calling on a lot of shit though. It wasn't just calling on height. They were calling on bench. A pussy.
He does have he does have a rage meter for sure, but it's not he's still smart.
Even the way he say
Yeah.
I call it passion. I call it passion.
Passive rage. I can agree.
And
you know what I'm saying? He in a hard head. If he in a hard head, how come he say that like the Mako?
He's a volcano. Volcanoes build up over time, though, guys.
Wait.
What's the Japanese translation for the magma rain?
The Japanese, I don't know, something Kazan. I forget the name.
I know you know, bro.
You say Kazan?
Nah.
He's up over time. He's not this.
Normally when I think of hothead, though, I'm thinking someone who's not thinking about what they're doing and they're just going. Wait. Sabo can be described as a hothead sometimes. Luffy can also be described as a hothead as well, and maybe
Ace.
some other characters like Ace, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but Akiyuno, I don't think there was this narrative that Akiyuno was ever like that. Akiyuno has never been portrayed like that. Wait, but I don't think. Wait. But I also don't think people were thinking of him like that. Normally, when
Yes, they were.
Yes, they
Oh my
were.
God.
Yes, they were.
Y'all think Big Mom a hothead?
Wait, guys.
Yo, do y'all think Big Mom and Kaido a hothead?
Hold on,
No.
we'll get to that in a second. We'll get to that in a second. Wait. Don't answer it yet. We'll get to that in a second. That's the whole topic right there. We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah, but let me just finish what I was trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that what people think of Akainu is primarily what you guys are saying. He has that rage bar. He's the person who, when he has a target. No, wait. So when he has a target, he will go down for it. For example, chasing down Luffy. For example, like his plan with Whitebeard and stuff like that. So whenever he has a thing going, he will go for it. And I feel like that matches his portrayal a little bit by Oda with him being magma. So that's primarily
you think logically. You're
Yeah,
like me.
he's
You think
passionate.
logically.
He's
Most
passionate.
of the
That's it.
fandom doesn't use
Bruh.
logic and reason.
No
You know
one
what
was
also
saying
big
that.
too?
Wait.
You know what other
Yes,
reason
they
why
do. I
You know
have
what
watched
other reason
too
why I
many
think it's a hot
fucking
take?
Luffy videos.
Wait,
No
you know the
one
other
was
reason why I think it's a hot take?
No,
Hold on,
no,
I'm
they
gonna
do
tell you
say that,
also.
Anima.
The
Like, I
other,
can
the other,
vouch
Anima,
for
the
that.
other reason why I
Like,
think it's a
like,
hot take is every time Luffy does something, like when Luffy beat Doflamingo, when Luffy beat Katakuri, what is Akiyuno doing? Fucking move you out of here. Like,
Well, as he should.
okay, wait, guys.
He's frustrated.
Okay, so
That's
you know
all.
what? I'm not even
Yeah,
saying that.
as he should be.
He's frustrated.
wait.
But I see what
You know
Anima is
why?
saying.
You know why he's frustrated? Because he was the only person 2 years ago who had the right mind and said, "Do not let this little nigga leave this goddamn war alive.
The
Y'all
thing
let
is,
him live." And now
the
look
thing,
what happened.
Anima, is that like there's different sides of the community and stuff. Like, so I don't know if you're like in our side or like a Twitter side. There's sometimes you find it on YouTube. Sometimes so it depends on
I
where
just
you're
go
at.
by YouTube. I don't go by the toxicity of Twitter. So everything I say is on the street.
Sean,
okay,
why you
guys.
tell me to join that shit? The nigga's stupid.
Wait. So two things I want to say. One is that maybe it is like a slightly different or like an altered definition of hothead. Because I mean, in one way you could kind of say that, slightly. So kind of you could say that he's a hothead. For example, him always raging at Luffy when Luffy does something. You could kind of say that that's being hot-headish. But
I don't agree.
No, wait. But then at that point, wait. No, yeah, that's the point though. So it depends on your definition of what you mean by hothead. But normally when I think of it, I'm thinking again, you're stupid. You're not thinking. You're just raging in.
Bakugo from Boku no Hero is a hothead.
Yeah, he's a hothead.
Well,
and I don't even know the series like that.
Actually, wait. Take it back. He's not.
Nah. Bakugo is not. In fact, if anything, well,
he appears to be a hothead.
Yeah, Bakugo is not a hothead.
Bakugo thinks
He
that.
seems like it, but the dude's actually really smart.
He's rude.
You can be a hothead and still be smart. Kid is technically a hothead, but he's still smart.
Bakugo's not a hothead. He's freaking out. He's rude though. He's very rude and insecure.
He has that hot personality.
Plans a lot.
I don't a hothead or Big Mom.
No, hell no. Kaido's a thinker.
No,
maybe, but we don't know yet. Wait. Okay, but
I know
the second thing that I was going to say. Wait,
Kaido is a thinker.
Hold on, I'm trying to
wait. Bruce. All right, wait. So the second thing that I was trying to say is that okay. So after the hothead things, so I'm not really sure it depends on the definition of hothead. The second thing is okay. So we talked earlier about Akiyuno wanting to go like fight himself and him not being able to do so because of him being a fleet admiral. So just realistically, let's just think for a second. Like, why is it the case that he, as a fleet admiral, can't literally just assign someone else, an admiral, for example, to hold his position?
How many days is it going to take to get there?
Wait.
So
But
you know
the
what
whole
Ryokubu said? Hold on.
The logistics.
Let me answer. Ryokubu answered the question when he came to Wano. Because of he asked me a question. I'm answering. So Ryokubu said because of y'all little bastards destroying the Yonko system, our marine shit so spread like you fuck everything up. We're so spread thin, we don't know what to do to control all the chaos. So it could be the situation. Well, that could be because Ryokubu kind of said it. If he wanted to, for instance, like Fujitora, even though I don't like your ass for doing that bullshit on Dressrosa, can you come over here and sit in this chair real quick while I handle these little punks? real quick, you can't do it because Fuji's probably busy. Okay, well, Fuji's busy. Kizaru, you busy too? All right, you know, Kuga, what you do? Oh, you still scanning checks? All right, bet. I got sit down, man.
Wait. So even if let's say I grant you that, and like, oh yeah, everyone is busy. Literally,
Yeah.
realistically,
Yeah.
like something that we can think of and say, okay, this is likely. What is still stopping him from going anywhere?
Because
Well,
he has
his position,
responsibilities.
like the
You
fleet.
can't leave.
Yeah, the fleet.
Wait,
You have responsibilities.
Wait. Yeah, okay. Again, what are those responsibilities that are so above him actually going out there to fight
He
Black?
has to orchestrate everything. He has to send orders at the main. Yeah, he has to coordinate everybody at the HQ.
Wait. So yeah, wait. So coordination is something that a lot of people can do.
What?
But
he does it at his own leadership.
No. Not everybody's qualified at that level of coordination. That's a lot.
Wait. Bruce.
Animal.
Again, I didn't say everyone. I said a lot of
Animal.
Not everyone.
Let me ask you this question.
High all the time. Kizaru is high. Okay.
No, it's not even that.
Not even that though. He's like
Wait.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm not even talking about the strong guys because guess what? They're already busy.
Animal.
I'm talking about
Animal.
people who do paperwork in the Marines.
Animal.
They can coordinate.
Animal. Here's the problem. Let me ask you a question. It's a two-parter. Do you know what chain of command is, and do you know how the military works? People tend to forget that they're the military.
A little bit for both. Go ahead.
Okay, so chain of command is, let's say you're a private, you look to the sergeant on the battlefield, and then if the sergeant needs or a sniper, do I have the go ahead to act? You have to ask a lieutenant or a captain. And if there's a bigger question, you go up to a colonel, then you go up to, eventually it hits to a general. A general rarely moves. And this is what I'm saying. What's probably going to happen is that Sakazuki, because of his ways and he can't wait anymore, he's going to intervene on Beehive. To answer your point, he's about to intervene.
Okay,
People are like, why are they showing him? Because he's going to be like, I'm sick and tired of this fucking brat fucking up everything. I'm moving now. Enough. I'm moving now. I'm moving now.
Yeah,
forget what the Goro says. Forget all of that. And Kong we're probably gonna have to see Kong finally come in. Good, hopefully. And it's like Sakazuki, if you do this, you're out of, you're getting stripped of your position. He says, put it up, 2 middle fingers. I don't care.
Suck my dick.
Yeah, okay. So
yeah, pretty much. I mean, Fujitaro already did it. So I think we're going to start seeing the dismantling or the breaking away. There's going to start being factions. When I said the revolutionaries are going to have a schism, I think there's going to be massive schisms across the world. Except the pirate world's going to unite under Luffy as the pirate king. I keep twisting it because Oda's pushing that narrative.
Yeah. Okay. So this is pretty much what I was trying to get to, though. It's like when push comes to shove, there's nothing truly stopping him. I understand people. I mean, I guess maybe some people make the argument that.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So like. Because maybe someone may make the argument that okay, he has to protect the girls here, like protect Marijo, or protect wherever he's at.
Marine Corps.
Yeah, like but that's why I said the realistic stuff. Like, who's actually going to go there? You know,
and you know what's going to happen? Cross-skill. Cross-skill's going to come in when he's away.
Answer that question because what's his name? Akiyuki Sakazuki, whatever. Him sitting down there kind of remind me of like the Hokage position or Kage position in Naruto, right? So where you're the strongest person out of your whole entire like that, right? So you sit in a position. It kind of works with the whole entire Big Mom position, right? The minute people found out that Big Mom left her position, right?
Yep.
And she's out the way or she's busy or something like that, i.e. Blackbeard, right? Blackbeard was the first one to do it, but who's to say more people wouldn't do because when Whitebeard was out the paint, did the same thing. People like to take advantage, right? Not to say there's other strong people besides Sakazuki and the Marines, because we definitely know there are, right? But if Sakazuki is out there busily handling, I don't call it grunt work, because Luffy and Law and Kid are not grunt work, but I'll call it grunt work for now, because I can't think of a better word for it, right? He's doing grunt work when he should be sitting his ass down and playing his position, because now that you're gone, it's like, oh, the Queen King left, go fuck some now over in his place. You gotta sit down and chill, bro. You gotta sit down and chill. You gotta sit. It's paperwork. You get works in any type of corporation, right? I don't know if you I don't know how old everybody is in the chat, right? But I'm just gonna say this as universal. I'm not sliding anybody who's young, right? When you move up in the chain, whether it's your business or somebody else's business, right? When you move up in the chain, you start to realize that you're doing less physical labor, less moving around, and you're doing more of a desk job as you start to get more money and as your elevation starts to rise. To the point to where you're just sitting your ass down, not moving at all, but making a whole lot of money, right? Now, is that to say that your job is easier than when you were working at the warehouse? Absolutely not, right? But it is now different responsibilities because you're at a higher chain of command.
Yeah, and
So I
But now he's the dog. He's the no pun intended. The red dog. He's the main guy now. You gotta sit your ass down, bro. Cause that's what they do.
Wait. So I completely understand
that.
that. I completely understand that, but again, we're kind of removing context from that and just saying that, yeah, this is how it's supposed to be, and this is normally how things are, right? So I completely get that. But again, we're in a situation in which you understand that the world is in chaos, and you understand that, well, I think logically we can understand that if the CEO doesn't, has stuff to do on the ground, someone else can take control of
Let me play it to you this way.
Now, wait.
Someone else frustrated and goes after Luffy, right? If Akina gets so frustrated and goes after Luffy because I'm a sizable bastard running around fucking shit up and fucking up the world, and then get this motherfucker once and for all because apparently my underlings can't do their job right. I put you on the job and you fucking talking shit, so I'm gonna do it myself, right? And I go out there and I kill Luffy and see the Straw Hat crew. Then we have Captain Useless Kid that says he reads the newspaper. Fleet Admiral Sakazuki versus the Straw Hat Pirates. Wait, that dumbass left his post? Hey, kill her.
And
we got somewhere to go.
Anima.
Wait, so what are they gonna do there? Like what?
Bruce. I'm saying that Sakazuki's gonna do what Anima's saying.
Yeah.
You know who's pulling up? Cross Guild. Cross Guild's pulling up and fucking up Marineford. I'm telling you, bro. Oda's setting up the pieces right now.
That's true.
I do want to get to the Vegapunk thing real quick, but I do want to mention to add on to Bruce's point about like the chain, and Yudo's point about the chain of ranks. Yeah. Is that when you it could also be like like just like how Yudo mentioned, like a Kainu being like this surging magma where he's getting to a point where it's eventually going to explode. Also, you do also have to realize that Kainu's character. He's a man of justice. He upholds law and order. So him leaving his position, it's like it's not the norm for his character to do that.
It breaks his way. It breaks his own way, his own promise.
So it's going to be that magma thing where it's a surge. We can't do anything here. All right, Beehive Island. I'm blowing up. Let's go.
He's got conqueror's haki.
Also, to your point, Pharaoh, I thought about it as soon as you were saying it. Kuzan went, after Luffy. Borsalino, Sakazuki, we didn't see till Marineford. So everybody thinking he's this hothead. Nope, he was the last one to move.
Yep. Very calculated.
But
but that may be like an older thing where he's just trying to, show us the people he's already shown us.
I agree, but it still goes. See, because Oda plays people think it's literal. Oda does this thing with opposites and inversions. People have been noticing.
He didn't kill Bonnie. Why is Bonnie still alive? Bonnie's alive because Akiyama was not a Hopin.
So confused.
He didn't kill Teach. He had an opportunity to kill Teach, and he didn't.
True.
But
there was something I was going to say, but I forgot about it. So let's just move on to the other thing.
Okay, yeah. Vegapunk. I know.
Vegapunk.
The dragon reveal at the end. I know Sean. Sean, you hear Sean?
He's sleeping.
Oh, he's sleeping. But nah,
I bet he's sleeping.
We
He's sleep.
We gotta reveal.
Yeah,
you probably.
I bet he's sleeping.
You
know how Sean gets down. Sean is like is one like the monkey D clan.
This is crazy, bro.
The monkey, you know how monkey D clan, how Garth and Ace and Luffy be fall asleep at will. Yo, Sean's their cousin.
Nah, but we got
who recording this?
A reveal. No, we're streaming.
Oh, somebody recording on YouTube or something. Okay.
Yeah, we stream on YouTube.
Okay.
But we gotta reveal
What
that.
about Vegapunk? Like, I mean, folks have been expecting. I mean,
the Vegapunk
I don't know.
and
Like,
Dragon connection. I feel like that was kind of obvious to me.
yeah. So I
it
don't
didn't come as
know.
a
I
shock.
don't know. Was he actually talking to Dragon? Or was he thinking? I don't know. Oda left it vague.
Well, from the panel, it seems like he was talking to
I thought there
Dragon.
was Dendemushi there. Yeah, I thought it was Dendemushi.
Yeah, I thought so, but I mean, it's older, so I never know, man.
Because you
be
see,
getting
you
wrong
see someone
sometimes.
responding. It says, "What are you talking about, Vegapunk?" You know.
And Oda would have just teased that.
That's
like
true.
that.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
And
That's a good
then
point.
the person says, "Don't
Person
kid
says,
about
what you
something
talking
like
about?
that."
Don't play like that. He said, "Don't play like that."
And then he said, "I just wanted
okay.
you to know
So he's
about
talking
this
to- he's
Dragon."
talking to
So he's
somebody.
definitely
Okay.
talking
Dragon.
to Dragon here.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't
Which
see
is
Oda doing
fine.
that.
I mean, that's nothing. But I like that people are like, is this just one of Vegapunk? Is this the main? Like, cause I don't know, man. Vegapunk is just this. He's been in this thing of mystery for so long that it's we've theorized for so long that Oda is giving us stuff, but I don't think. And I've always said maybe not a member of the Revolutionary Army, but associate of it. You know, allied some degree. I'm fine with that because there's
And it could
shit that
also
doesn't make sense about.
It could also
Vegapunk.
be like it might not necessarily be all the Vegapunks in cahoots with Dragon, just this
Right.
one in particular, just because there's 6 different clones. So it might just be this guy. The others
This might
might
be-
have
this
more.
might be probably what the original.
His name is not Shock anymore. His name is Daft Punk. Your damn helmet.
Daft Punk.
Do you think this is the original? This
I
is
think
the
it makes
original
sense.
The
Vegapunk,
original body? No.
or
Nah.
is
No.
Vegapunk?
It's not.
Or
Because with
no,
the
not the
last-
original. The original clone. But do you think this original clone is like the liaison, and he's telling them that? So, do you think Vegapunk's dying from old age, or does he sense that the Marine or the world government's
I think
after
the
his
world. I think he thinks the world government is after him.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
And it goes back to like what Rob Lucci was saying, where it might be related to what happened to Lucia. So what we saw
Of course
at
it is.
Lucia might have been something Vegapunk did, or people were thinking for the most part was thinking it was Emu, right? That was Emu's power.
I didn't buy that actually,
But like
because
it's looking like this might be Vegapunk's creation, and now they're seeing that he has too much power. We gotta take him out.
I never bought it because I told y'all when I initially saw the beams, I thought that was like my
spaceship.
initial first thoughts. I thought that was but my initial response, because Oda likes to do like these jump cuts. He did that with Luffy's reveal with Nika. Right? He does these jump cuts sometimes where we don't get the entire context until later. So I thought the beams, I thought that was Borsellino's awakening. I really did. So I'm like, but it makes sense that if it was Vegapunk, because we know, in tech, and people say, oh, it's an ancient weapon. I'm like, that don't make sense. I'm like, it don't make sense. I can see, but it doesn't make sense.
It's
It doesn't.
to go to, but
it just didn't make sense, man. Because it's like, if that's the case, and they always have this, there's too many questions that Oda doesn't want to answer as a writer. I'm just letting y'all know, because it's like, if they can do this at any time, then why don't they?
True. That's true.
I thought it was like a power
Bye-bye,
source.
Dressrosa. Bye-bye, Wano. Bye-bye, every single island that rises up as a problem. Seriously. You could consider that heavy-handed, but...
I think there's
bye-bye, O'Hara.
And this is not my original thought process. I can't take credit for it. But I think there's like a battery source to this thing that they use. I don't even call it a weapon. I'm just going to call it a thing. I think it has I'm trying to charge the cannon, and you gotta charge it up. So you can't just spam it all the time, or else they'd be nuking everybody.
Yeah,
but it would make sense that Vegapunk recently developed it, though. Is what I'm saying. Instead of it being an ancient weapon.
Also, what's also kind of counterintuitive is that is Vegapunk willing to mass, mass kill people off like that? Because we've seen he has different personalities.
Hold on, you know what I think he is? I think he's like Miori. If you know Bleach,
Oh,
you know
Miori.
mad scientists have a trope of their morality not being the cleanest. Lex
As far
Luthor,
as-
the original Lex Luthor, going back to the Golden Age, the mad scientist. The
you know what?
group is
You know
named
what?
mad. Look at
You know
you
what?
have Judge, you have Caesar Clown, and you have
Don't let me
Queen.
forget my
All
point.
homicidal
Don't let me forget my
mania.
point. Don't let me forget my point.
Bro, I looking at.
Oh,
This
you woke
nigga
up,
came out
Sean?
of nowhere. Yo,
I
Sean.
wasn't sleeping. I was bathing. I didn't like the subject, so I go bed.
Hey, we were
Oh, you
talking
woke
about your
up.
boy Dragon though. I'm
The
like,
thing
No,
with
no,
Sean,
no.
the thing with let Sean go. Go.
yeah, that's Sean go.
No, I said I was looking at the trend in One Piece right now is the trend is anybody who the world government want to assassinate, they know about Emo. Let's look
Yeah.
at Doflamingo, and then Sabo, and then now Vegapunk. It's always Vegapunk find out something, and now they have to eliminate him.
Well, the thing with Sawa that's kind of a bit different is that he happened to be at that place at the right point in time, but they were actually going for Lelouch. But I don't
No,
think
I don't
anyone in
think, like-
Lelouch really knew who
hold
Emo
up.
was, right?
But let me jump in really quick. I'm gonna forget my point. Because somebody asked like, would Vegapunk create something like that or mass destruction? Me and Sean has a conversation, right? So obviously people make it a little joke, funny joke, like this world shall know science because they say Vegapunk is just like painting.
Oh
Right?
yeah.
Little
I
funny
saw
joke.
that.
Little funny joke, right? But in a serious aspect, of course, you guys know a little bit about Hinduism, right? And this is where the whole time six paths of life come from, right? That's where Naruto got their shit from. This is where One Piece is pulling their shit from, right?
Hinduism or Buddhism?
It's more on the Hindu side. So
Okay.
the six paths of life, right, are the six paths that you can take in life based off your personality. To where you're supposed to journey on these six paths so you can better know yourself, combine them together, and so you can be whole, right? Hence, we have Vegapunk, and we have the six satellites, right? Which the moons, which are you have what is it? Shaka is what logic. Then you have Lilith is evil. Then you have Wrath. I mean, this is Wrath, and you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
The six different ones, right? So when somebody asked, I can't remember who did now, I forgot already, right? Would he do something like that? So I don't think when I say this, I don't mean to say Vegapunk is a malicious person, right? But everybody has a dark side to them, right? Lilith, in my headcanon, is the proof of the dark side of Vegapunk's personality. Like, this is his scumbag shit, right? When he gets his scumbag shit off. So in my head, if he did create the device, I don't think he did, but if he were to create a device so destructive, in his brain, he would rationalize it as in, this is in the name of science. I didn't create it for it to blow up shit. I just created it because I create awesome shit, right? Even though his mature self should know that it's going to be used for destructive means, he don't give a fuck because it's all about the creation at the end of the day. Because he does have a scumbag side to him because that's Lilith. Lilith is a literal, and I do mean literal, extension of part of his personality.
In the Wrath, we see that he got upset that wasn't able to produce didn't have the engineers to construct these different things.
The frustration he might Vegapunk might actually have, well, not might, because if I'm going my headcanon, Vegapunk has a violent side to him. He beats his wife on a daily basis. No, I'm kidding, but he's a human. He's a human. He has. You ever heard that saying where it's like, oh, he's a womanizer, but then he's also Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King used to smash mad prostitutes, right? Martin Luther King was in these streets, dog, smashing all types of prostitutes while he was married, right? But is Martin Luther King also the revolutionary who fought for civil rights? Yes, he is. So you mean to tell me he's a revolutionary and he's a sleazebag in the streets? Yes, both can be true.
So I hear what you're saying with Vegapunk, and it's nice to theorize about all this, but even though it's not too far out there, I still think that that's probably not where Odo is going with this, especially with his association with the revolutionary specifically. seems like revolutionary cats. Like I've yet to see one or really any portrayal of the revolutionaries where they genuinely do things that are either so negligent or certainly not willfully, intentionally, right, trying to harm people. So I think if Vegapunk has any idea that whatever he's creating, at least now, maybe old Vegapunk is different. Maybe before he was associated with the revolutionaries, but now he, if he knows that he's creating something that would genuinely hurt people a lot like that, then I don't think he would, do something like that. This is just
But
based
hold
off
on.
portrayal. This is just based
I
off
don't.
portrayal.
Hold on, Anima.
You don't think he changed or something? You don't think he
Yeah,
had to change the heart?
Oh,
And-
well, I think he may have had a change of heart. Maybe he was bad in the past, but not now. Like at least
Right.
since his association with the rebels.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
And Anima, to that point of whether he can or cannot, Luffy as well as Dragon. See, people have this idealistic view of the world that people won't do. There's the by any means necessary philosophy as well. Dragon is extremely calculated, but I think people are going to be shocked by what the Revolutionary Army is going to actually do. Even Luffy, like Luffy's not this grand moral figure. Nobody in One Piece is. It's gray. In fact, we consider Emu evil, but Emu's going to find a justification for why Emu does what Emu does. And people are going to be like, oh, it's like Whitebeard. People thought Whitebeard was this great, and I kept warning people that he's
Whitebeard
not
was a
what they
great
think
dude.
he is. And then I'm like, they're like, no, Whitebeard shouldn't have done. No, Whitebeard would have. No, I said Whitebeard's always been like this.
It
When it
wasn't no
came to the
black
whole
and white
Odin
area with
abandonment thing.
Whitebeard was a good dude. Some people,
Supposedly good.
huh?
Is Whitebeard actually a good dude?
He was a good dude.
Yeah, it seems
If he was
for the
a
most
good
part.
dude,
Based on what?
Wait, what was
Also,
Whitebeard
he
doing that's
was a
bad?
good
I'm
dude.
confused.
For the most part, it seems like he was like a protector type dude. Like,
Yeah, what has he done that was bad? Like I'm confused.
Yeah, I haven't seen
Well,
White
hold
people
on.
actually pick up.
Just because you don't actively do evil, does that make you necessarily good?
but it
No,
doesn't make
Gen-
him evil
wait.
though.
No, but
Yeah,
when
no.
you say-
Answer the
when
question.
you
Answer the
when you
question.
say somebody evil, that means they intention is to be evil. If you
Oh my God.
accidentally
Right.
do something bad, like if he do a tsunami and then end up killing a bunch of people, we know that ain't really his intention and his character. You
But
understand?
it
Like
doesn't matter.
Luffy
but-
splitting Dressrosa. As a viewer, as a reader, we know if a couple people
Right.
fall in the bottom of the earth and buildings fall on the head and shit, that ain't his intent. Intent matter in One Piece.
But hold on, Sean.
To answer the
Dude,
question, yeah.
Luffy breaking into Impel Down, though, it's like I've brought this up beforehand. He's a technical villain to the world. He broke into Impel Down and unleashed holy hell on the world.
Yeah,
Now,
well,
I love Luffy, but Luffy's no hero. He even says it. He's
from the
not.
world's perspective, he is regarded as an evil because he's
Oh my
pirate.
God.
He's a pirate.
Well,
Yeah.
not just a pirate. Luffy's actions aren't this. See, everybody wants this shit to be a net zero good, all good. No, it's not. Luffy,
one is
every
saying that.
every
Oh my
time
God.
Luffy goes somewhere, yes, he quote unquote frees an island, but in its wake, he also brings about destruction.
Well
So,
said.
yeah,
But-
he
yeah,
does
but
good,
I don't-
but in the process, there's
Yeah, but
destruction.
oh my
All
God.
we
Why are
seeing with Dragon is him helping people without an incentive.
so
The
confused?
For now.
revolutionaries don't get shit out of it. Going up against
For now.
Sister
we having
Celestial
these-
Dragon.
I'm
Why
questioning
we-
Dragon. He takes out the celestial dragons. He's still keeping the world government. Now we know many revolutionaries historically. And what if Dragon, because Luffy may have, I keep saying Luffy's gonna have to fight his dad. Dragon may pull the dictator card. After the celestial dragons are going out, they still need a leader of the world.
No,
And
I
we
don't-
know
I don't see
historically
that.
many
I don't
revolutionaries
see that.
become
I don't-
dictators.
I don't think it'll go
I'm
that
just
far. but-
saying.
That
I
would
don't
be like
see
a
that,
plot
right?
twist.
I
Wait,
could see
Well,
the
this is
next.
Oda.
I could. I don't mean to stray too much, but I kind of could see the next direction and what can gather all the big forces together in One Piece, like the
Mhm.
next exciting
Space invasion.
incident. Not near in the future, but I could see a situation where we know Emu got this weapon what could wipe islands. What if this nigga point this at the Goa Kingdom?
Because the Gold Kingdom
I
debated.
missed that. I missed that. What do you say? Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. What do you say?
Nah, he was saying that what if Emu points that weapon at the Goa Kingdom?
Because the Gold Kingdom, I had the Gold Kingdom as one of those kingdoms that revolted in the 8-nation revolt.
You think it's one of them? Because if that's
And didn't Stella want to sit on the
because
throne?
the Gold Kingdom have a deep connection to Dragon and Sabo. That's the most important kingdom in terms of revolting what needs to revolt.
Luffy, Sabo. There's a lot of people tied to the Goa King. Isn't I don't know if
Isn't Roger?
Was
No.
Roger is not the Gold King. Roger is from
Pharaoh.
Roger's
You
from
can
the
see
place where he got his head chopped off. What's that place
You
called?
can see
Logtown, my fault.
you can see the instant conflict would set up because Garb from the Gold Kingdom.
Yeah, Garb,
That's
Dragon.
Korean.
Yep.
You understand?
That
Dragon,
can create a lot of
Sabo, Luffy,
Mm.
Makino, and Jadan.
Yeah, that could cause a
That
lot
sounds
of
like
issues,
after One
bro.
Piece is found kind of jazz. That they circle back because they got to go back to like Reverse Mountain for Laboon anyways. So
I don't think the One Piece as far as people thinking it is. Like the One Piece could be right in front of our face in terms of. You understand what I say?
A lot of people think it's in the Reverse Mountain. That's like a theory.
I mean, I've heard in his lobby, I've heard a lot of different things.
Yeah, there's a lot of. It could be somewhere that's obvious, but like
it could be out in one of the other blues for all we know. We don't damn know. It's like God Valley. We have no idea where God Valley is at. Zero.
The bottom of the sea.
Well, we assume that Emu used that. Well, that's what people were saying too, where it's like Emu used that same power back then.
No, I'm saying that Vegapunk just recently invented that.
Oh,
which is why Vegapunk gotta go. Recently invented, which is why Vegapunk now gotta go.
You don't know if that's an invention or nothing like that. But what I could say is because we've been getting a hint at this national treasure, Marjos and shit like that. I would more lean towards that being the national treasure, regardless if the national treasure is an ancient weapon. I feel like that fit the bill for a national treasure.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm with the national treasure being the devil fruit tree.
How they talking?
I'm with it being the devil fruit tree.
No, but what you read is what Doflamingo hinting at. Doflamingo like power words and shit like that, and then he won the immortal surgery, and then we see Emo. Emo could very well be the national treasure, and we overlooking that fact.
I feel you, but what if the national treasure is the devil fruit tree? Think about it, because he said he needed the immortality or the perpetual youth surgery.
Yeah.
What if he was trying to gain multiple devil fruits like Teach?
I don't know.
But then, but then at that point, it's
that's too repetitive.
Well, yeah, and also it's like it's a two-order thought because sometimes you can just think, you can just make a theory about the devil fruit tree is the national treasure, but then you have to kind of add another theory on top of that theory to kind of justify that theory.
Why?
Well, I mean, that's
really,
what you're doing.
Hold on,
that's kind of what you're doing. Like anytime you
not
go
at all. Not at all. The adults all have very powerful devil fruits. Where are they getting all these devil fruits from? Has anybody actually?
Well,
because I mean, people have asked it.
It won't be too hard for them because again, they're a world power. They have people who scout, go around for over years, over like hundreds of years. They would scout out these devil fruits and have a lot of.
But if they had the source of the devil fruits, well, we can just keep that in house. And people have talked about giving slaves devil fruits because they were extra.
But how would
Boa Hancock? Oh, and by the way, y'all mentioned about Teach, and I mentioned this earlier about Teach. He got afraid of the Seraphim. Just throwing that out there to the point that y'all were making earlier. just throwing that out there. And with Boa, like Boa wasn't scared. Boa was willing to throw down with him. So just keep that in mind about the conqueror. I understand that, but that's the point, though. These powerful pirates are fighting Yonko. That's just what it is. The Chichibukai. That was the whole point.
It was literally the whole point.
I mean, he wasn't. I mean, that's a
I
very
feel like he was more
liberal.
surprised, like these guys
Yeah,
exist.
exactly. That's like a very
He was like,
interesting.
nobody.
because he was like, oh,
Definition.
black skin, black wings. He was like, oh shit, these are
Nobody giving. Nobody
Legionnaries.
yeah. He
No-
was like
nobody
shocked,
show
like, why are these
Kuma.
guys? What are these guys doing here? I thought they were
He probably
extinct.
someone called Zoro. He called Zoro up like, hey fam, and that's the people you gotta meet. You gotta take him out. I know you're gonna get off on this.
Nobody show Kuma no love this stream. I
yeah.
was thinking
Let's talk
about
about it. Wait. To be fair, we gotta go back to Christian's question. The Christian asked the question.
Mhm.
Christian asks, what do we think about the status of Big Mom and Kaido? Do we think that they're dead?
They're
Big Mom.
alive.
This
They
chapter,
They're
hot-headed or
alive.
what?
this chapter for me, it makes me think Big Mom's alive because of what
They
Penny
are.
says.
She's definitely alive. She said, "Yo,
Right,
y'all think
right.
this is putting me down?
Yeah,
The most durable character in the
also
series ain't getting put
that
down.
as
Come on
well.
now.
He's alive.
But
Come on, man. Like,
me and Sean have
and
like
you're- and
this.
Luffy
this-
has to still defeat her.
Yeah.
He
Me and Sean
has
have
to.
this idea in which
No.
I think. Also, if Big Mom was dead, wouldn't her homies disappear?
Not
Because
necessarily.
They
Not
hold,
Oda
they
is
know the
really
essence of her
fickle
soul.
about devil fruit powers.
Because we had the confirmation from Boa in the past chapter where he literally told Blackbeard, if you kill me, my
Yeah.
devil fruit friends will
No, but
still
that's
be
that's sort of different
The
though.
thing would be of the recognize Big Mom. Big Mom different from Kaido from the fact that a devil fruit align more with brook fruit, where the body just a
Yeah.
shell.
It's a
You
soul.
understand?
Yeah.
So her soul
Yeah.
could still live even though her body dead, and she could
Yeah.
inhabit something else.
And then also to
True.
go with the thing how devil fruits work differently with people and stuff like that. You have somebody like Sugar and Doflamingo that when they were knocked out, their devil fruit effect automatically dissipated. Where we have Big Mom
Right.
to where we actually saw her get knocked out, not after a long kid. I'm talking about when
Yeah.
King kicked her into the water,
Queen.
she was KO'd. And her shit was still working.
Yeah.
Yeah, the homies
Yeah.
still operate like it's
All
and,
of
and,
it.
and
So
we
her
do have to
consciousness
remember that
is
her
her
in
fruit.
essence a part of her soul exists within these homies.
There you go.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's crazy.
So
Who-
it's either she's in Beehive or more than likely, like I keep saying, she needs to be in Elbaf. She's tied. Like
Mm.
we cannot get rid of her until Elbaf. Like it just
Yeah.
needs to happen.
What about Kaido though? Yeah, I think Kaido's dead.
I think he's alive, but I think what happened to him is that he's going to back Luffy because he was the gatekeeper. Also, the whole point of Kaido, and people, I know Morge brought this up, it was about the will breaking thing. I said this, Gecko Moria had Conqueror's Haki, but Kaido broke his will. I said Sir Crocodile has Conqueror's Haki. The whole point about Wano was about breaking wills. He tried to break Luffy and Kid's will. He wasn't trying to kill him, he was trying to break their wills. Too many conquerors.
Mm.
He learned that from it. So Kaido may no longer have Conqueror's Haki.
I don't know about that one.
So funny.
Well, I mean, it's the narrative that Oda told.
I think he was just shocked that he seen Joy Boy like was it 20 years ago or something like that? He just
But when
seen Joy Boy and
Mhm.
Luffy. I think they were just so
But
shocked.
no. But what I'm saying is you have to look at the narrative, what is being told. He's like, he no longer has, like, Luffy's that dude now. He no longer has the drive. He was
Do you
defeated.
really? Do you really think? You really think?
I think he
Luffy
got
broke-
weakened. He probably his hockey probably got it weaker.
No, I don't think he's going to be weaker. I just
what
think
was
his
he
will's
at?
going to be broken.
I don't think
yeah,
it's gonna be
so-
broken. That's what I'm thinking. It might
Yeah,
be
so-
weak.
Broken will doesn't mean that guys are over exaggerating. Will doesn't mean he's depressed. It means his Conqueror's Haki. Because, like I said, Gecko Moria. I'm telling y'all, Gecko Moria had Conqueror's
We're not
Haki,
saying he's
but
depressed.
his
Though.
will got broken.
We're not saying Kaido gonna be depressed or not. I'm just saying his will ain't gonna be broken neither. Cause it's because he lost to a fight.
Why not?
Even though he really didn't lost. Well,
But it's
we
not
say
the
lost
losing of the
but-
fight. It's not about losing a fight. This was way more than losing a fight.
What was it about him? him seeing
It
Joy
was
Boy and Luffy or
everything
what?
about his dream coming crashing down. Oda did the symbology with Orochi being killed. Kaido's dream was killed. They were juxtaposed for a reason. People hated that chapter. I don't know why. It was beautiful writing, but people hated the chapter and missed the entire point of the symbolism.
Well, Orochi thing, people just don't like him. That's probably why they hate it. Because you should
Hey,
have
listen,
been
he
got
was one of
killed.
the best villains in the series, man. I love him as a villain. I love him.
Nah,
He was a villain, bro. Just like Doflamingo and Rob Lucci were villains, bro. Yes. I'm
he was
supposed
annoying.
to hate on the villain. I'm supposed to love. It's like the Joker. I'm supposed
I
to
didn't
love
like
the
the
Joker's.
Red Starbers. A lot of things Oda could did better at Wano, personally, but that between
What
that's
are,
just me.
people keep shitting on Wano. What do people want from Wano? I'm confused. I went in there with no expectations. I told people that for years. What did y'all want?
90% of the community went in with like expectations, but that was
I know, and I said y'all were stupid.
No, the reason that happens because Oda and these editors keep coming up with saying all this stuff, bro.
No, that is. Of course, they're supposed to hype it. That's their job. But
yeah,
you as the consumer,
they
it's like
give
movies,
out way
right?
too much information. Though you can hype something without.
Yeah, but what type of? Go on.
What were you saying?
I was just gonna say, like, what type of expectations? Like, what category of expectations? Expectations on how the fights are gonna be. Expectations on what story is gonna be. Like, who's gonna be focused on? Because it depends on like the type of expectations. Some of them are completely valid, and others are not.
Yeah.
What were these valid expectations that people had? Because I didn't understand most of people's complaints. It just sounded like personal grievances and problems that people had with One Piece in general. And I'm like, but this has literally been for over 1,000 chapters, the story. I don't understand. Y'all know how Luffy fight. It's like people want it. See, people say they want something, but then if it's done, it's like, oh, we want Luffy to be different. Oda gives a wrinkle that Luffy is different. Now we want Luffy to make sense to how he can defeat Kaido. Oda does that. But then people bitch and moan because Luffy's supposed to be this underdog. You can't have it both ways. It's cognitive dissonance.
Do you think it made?
Honestly, maybe they just want it. Maybe they just don't want it in a case where you need this kind of extraordinary. I mean, which again, like I've watched Shonen, a bunch of Shonen before One Piece, after One Piece, so it's like I already expect stuff like this to happen, so I'm not surprised at all. But I guess it's just one of those. It's one of those Naruto situations. It's like, it's the odds are stacked.
But Naruto had Kurama from the beginning. Why was anybody shocked?
Oh wait. Okay, so it's not even by Naruto. I mean the story, not necessarily like.
No, but I'm serious though. People had a problem with Naruto becoming as powerful and not being an underdog. He was never an underdog, ever.
So I didn't really
Rob Lee was
Naruto
an underdog.
But I think people have a problem with it because
so other Shonen, I didn't want to bring in Naruto like that. So other Shonens like that, where pretty much there is an underdog, or like you have to kind of overcome a lot, and you have to get a lot of power ups, and you have to get a lot of like fortunate situations to happen to you.
Right.
For example, falling to see other people helping you. So maybe people just don't like the fact that
that Luffy is a real character. That
he's a main character.
Right? No, but Luffy's a real character. That's how life works, though. Anima, you get knocked down. You need help from other people.
But this isn't like a normal. That's how life works. If that's the case, then why isn't Kaido up, right? So because he's the.
But no, Kaido got the same treatment. Lin got the same treatment. Roger got the same treatment. You telling me their stories is the same?
Already.
Okay.
How about Kuma?
Oh yeah,
because I don't
we left Wano, but in terms of Wano though, like, the Zoro. Actually, let's not even talk about. Kuma.
Oh, the Zoro expectation with it being the year of Zoro.
Yo, need I being left out in Wano?
We're not doing this. We're not doing Yamato. We're not doing
You're about Yamato.
Gear 5, fuck this shit. Kuma.
All right.
So he's a race. We don't know the race is.
Special race. I think this is the race Big Mom mentioned. The other race apart from the Lunarians, and more than likely they thought it like this race had gone extinct.
When do y'all
No.
think Kuma got his devil fruit? Because that's where his ears and everything of his bear shit's from. So when did he get his devil fruit? That's got to be relatively recent.
You think that's from his devil fruit?
Yeah, he has the paw with devil fruit. Everything about him is a bear. It's an earthless. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's just from his devil fruit. Because we even see pictures of him. He didn't have the ears and the he's no,
So
that's
wonder,
devil fruit.
wonder.
That's a hot.
Hold up. Wonder actually brought up an interesting thought in my head because maybe it could be a hat, right? But then the hands, right? The paw fruit. So let me ask you a question. I'm asking everybody a question because I just thought about something after you said that shit, right? Because the devil fruit changed the appearance of his hands, right? The paw fruit. So in base form, and I'm saying in base form, right? For a paramecia, because that's what we think Kuma's fruit is, a paramecia. Have we seen a paramecia alter the appearance of somebody without them using it? Who?
Yes.
Who?
Sugar.
Oh, right, because she's a kid.
Well, that's
The devil fruits alter your DNA. They alter your lineage factor. Yes.
Because she's a kid.
Every single devil fruit alters your lineage factor.
okay. So yeah, that ear thing is very interesting because we do also see the ears on the not only the not pacifistas, but we also see it on the seraphims as well.
Right. Because they're modeled after Kuma. Yes. Because they probably took a piece of his DNA.
Yeah. So yeah, it might be a part of the devil fruit.
Because Luffy, if we don't want to see no further, Luffy in every zone, and it's not just the will; it literally affects their DNA.
Yeah,
Rob
DNA,
Lucci became more aggressive. Everything. Sabo's temperament became hot-headed. We can look through all of them. The devil fruit influences. That's why I didn't understand. I know this is
obvious one was Chopper. Chopper is the most obvious one because literally when Chopper ate the fruit, right before he could even really learn how to use his own, he learned the human language before everything.
Yeah.
And then even recently, which I knew this part already, but it was fun to watch the anime and get reminded of that. In the last anime episode that came out last night, they're at the part in the Onigashima fight where Nami's about to finish up ulti, right? And she has Zeus in her climb attack. And you remember when Zeus turned into the big spike ball and Nami hits ulti in the face with it, and it doesn't really do anything, right? So the anime kind of went a little bit more detailed than the manga did with it, which I thought was kind of nice touch. To where you see Ulti's face and she's mildly hurt, but then she looks at Nami like what the fuck was that supposed to do? And they explain because she has hard skin that it's not going to hurt that much. Keep in mind this was Ulti in her human form, and they're saying this right. So I was that was kind of dope how detailed they got with it, to where it's they're really pushing home the fact that hybrid and zone forms are where you get the maximum uses of your fruit. But the fruit's ability to still passion in you even when you're not using it. So I thought that was a nice little touch.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that about Luffy with Nika. Like when people were upset at is he gonna be da da da? I'm like, for me, good job, Oda, because it was obvious and this is why I was saying, for a couple years I had theorized that Luffy was a Zoan, not a Paramecia, because I'm like, there's just too much that doesn't make any sense. Because everything about Luffy was like a Zoan. He just keeps getting back up. He's able to alter his body. Like when people brought up the different gears, I'm like, we've never seen people saying his awakening. We're saying the rubber world and all that. I hated it, and I'm like, we've never seen Paramecia alter somebody's body the way that it has Luffy's ever.
The part that made me raise my eyebrow, I didn't think he was a Zoan or anything like that, but I was talking with Sean, to where I'm not going to go over the Wano thing again. We're not doing that. The one thing that I would say when Oda revealed the Zoan thing, while I did raise my eyebrow at some of the stuff, I did kind of settle on it a little bit and say okay, that does make a little bit more sense to the Paramecia, because when he fought Katakuri, right? He fought Katakuri. When Katakuri did that, I can't remember the name of the move, but he gets the drill. He gets the
Mochi?
mole staff.
Yeah,
Huh?
drill mochi. Might be drill
They
mochi.
call
Drill
Drill
mochi,
Dragon
whatever.
Nail. Drill Dragon Nail.
Dragon nail, this nigga. But he twists the spear really, really fast, and he catches Luffy with it, right? And he takes out Luffy's like whole fucking kidney and shit, right? And Luffy
Right.
just bleeding on the floor. And I'm thinking in my head when I'm watching the fight,
Thank
right?
you.
I'm like, damn, this is gonna leave a scar, right? Because that shit hit him hard. And then this nigga Luffy a day later is running around just good. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how the hell did he recover so fast?
But Bruce, he's been doing that.
And I said,
He never gets
wonder. I'm agreeing with you. I keep saying to myself,
Yeah.
I was like, why the fuck this nigga Luffy always recover like Wolverine and some shit? He act like a goddamn
By the
Zoan.
way- By the way,
Yeah.
so if Luffy didn't have this, what do you call it, Nika fruit, it would still
Right.
make sense. For one and one reason only, and I think maybe Pharaoh and maybe other people may know. He's the main character. Main characters always
not
get up.
again. Not
No, like no, I hate to always rehash this, but
Yeah, like,
literally
if-
nothing Luffy
I
ever
don't-
does, regardless of whatever power he has, I'm not surprised
But-
on any main character in Shonen ever getting up ever.
Well,
It wasn't about getting up. It wasn't about getting up for me.
No, wait, but
It was
it's always
about
gonna
the
be
faster
emphasized.
recovery time. The recovery time to where it's like as he started getting older and as he started
Yeah, but
getting
like-
stronger, I would
But-
notice that he started to
Not
recover
like-
from his fights faster and
Bruce-
faster and faster. I'm like, what the fuck's
Bruce,
going on?
that
really
only
though-
Bruce,
really
that
though,
only
like-
matters if
like
they're
Wonder-
awakened, though, right?
No, it
Yeah,
doesn't.
but also,
It does
like-
not. It does not.
Nah, but
It does
also-
not.
No, it actually does. Chopper.
It
Chopper.
does not. I can actually
Chopper.
prove to you why it does not matter if they're awakened. I can actually prove to you why it doesn't matter if they're awakened. Because when I actually sat there during that little 1 month that we had to wait during the road to Laugh Tale, right? And I was reading about the zones and what he was saying about them. First off, Jordan is awakened anyways. The whole entire thing is when you awaken, right? You reach the pinnacle of your power with the Zoan fruit, right? You yourself can get better, but you have now maxed out your fruit. You're good to go. Now you just got to learn on the fruit a little more. You're straight, right? And yes, awakened Zoans recover like some Wolverine bullshit, like they be up, like the Zoan guards
Oh, I
getting
see
knocked the
what
fuck
you're
out.
saying.
They're just getting up.
Yeah.
But what Kaido said, I combined it with what Kaido said. Kaido said that you awaken your fruit when your body and your mind gradually, finally match the realization of the power of your fruit. So y'all on together, you're awakened, right? So to me, that said, this is a gradual process as you're starting to get the level where you're awakening. So your fruit is actually getting stronger with you as you go. And then when you awaken, you take a hop leap, right? You get much stronger that much quicker, but you're still gradually getting stronger. Now, also, I know, reading the Road to Lap Sale, Oda said that Zoan fruit sucked it, basically, right? Oda said that with Zoans, it's not really good to awaken because if you awaken, the soul of the animal is going
It's
to overtake
over.
you, which is why
Yeah.
you become like retarded, right? For Luffy,
Yeah.
it worked in his favor because his soul of his animal was a human, so he didn't go retarded. He just got really fucking goofy and zany, right? So it works in his favor. But here's the thing, right? And I said this before in the past. His fruit, Nika, right, was gradually overtaking him as he got older. Why do I say that? Because if y'all remember, and y'all One Piece fans now, so I don't think I have to remind y'all too much. When Luffy, before he ate the Nika fruit, he was a semi-serious child. He wasn't as goofy as he is as an adult. Go back and look at some of the flashbacks. He wasn't that goofy, right? But then he ate the fruit.
Right.
And as he got older, he became more zany and more goofy. Finally, let's fast forward to the Kaido fight. Kaido says the key phrase, yo, every time I feel like you get stronger, you keep getting smiley. And every time you smile some more, and then it cuts off, right? It's saying like, yo, the more goofy, the more hype you get. He's trying to say like, my shit's growing, which Oda confirmed the Road to Lab Tale that said that, yo, when Luffy was in Gear 5, the what the fuck ever awakened, right? He said, what, like, why does he laugh so much? Why is that? He was saying every time Luffy kept laughing and goofing off and I'm on coke type of shit, right? His power was growing because that's how the fruit works. So that literally lets you know, as Luffy got older, the reason why he was getting more goofy is because he was getting stronger. I rest my case.
Mm.
And to
I like that theory.
Yeah, a little
to
bit.
further supplement what you were saying is, first of all, Chopper, and I do say Usopp and Zoro interestingly, but that's the whole thing. But Chopper's regenerative capacity is ridiculous. Chopper will get hurt, and in like 30 minutes, like not even 30 minutes later, Chopper's good. I bring that up to your point about the Hito. You could say that about Sengoku's Buddha Devil Fruit as well. That Sengoku was with the quickness, and he was looking like he was in his prime much longer. Also, some of the things that I like, this isn't looking like a paramecia, is his gears. You can argue, okay, gear secondo, gear third, okay, but gear fourth and Nightmare Luffy. There is no way you can say that's a paramecia ability, because I'm like, he's literally having body modifications, which we've never seen any other paramecia do. And like Luffy always gets back up. Always. Yeah, you can say his willpower, but I'm like, after a certain point, and he bleeds out. Like, if this was Zoro even, or Sanji, or Usopp even, who we know their stamina is ridiculous, they would have died. The amount of blood loss that Luffy has is stupid. Like, I don't want to hear main character. No. This is some other race kind of thing. This is beyond human stuff. It's got.
But that's really how main character. Like, I'm not.
It isn't. Stop it, Animal. In Dragon Ball, Goku's died how many times?
But Dragon Ball is a vastly different story, though. Like, how many
people?
But
you say this shit in every shonen. How many times? Ichigo or Naruto or different ones, Going Freaks should have been dead. Like, I'm not trying to hear that. Luffy is different, bro.
No, but that's the point, though. They should have been dead, but they didn't die except for Dragon Ball, which has this death concept, especially coming back.
No, well, technically, Naruto and Sasuke did die, but we're not getting to that. And Ichigo was technically a Shinigami, so I'm not getting to that. My point is, Going Freak was on a death's door situation. Like, I can go into every series, but Luffy specifically will just keep getting back up. But we know it's at a cost of his lifespan, though. That's how Oda mitigates it. Meaning he's probably going to die by the end of the series.
Probably.
Yeah, I definitely see both sides where, like, now it makes sense because of the reveal that he's a mythical zone.
But I've always argued for this.
No, I'm not saying you in particular. I'm just saying overall. But then again, I did also think no one had an issue with Luffy getting up because they already expected that.
But they have, bro. Versus Rob Lucci.
But also to add to the fruit manifesting slowly before he even awakened is the fact that when you look at Gear 4 as a whole, right?
Yes.
To where Gear 4, people have this thing, and I've heard KOL say this, where like they're getting it wrong. Where they say like, oh, he's a gum fruit normal, and then when he's awakened, he's a Nika fruit. No, nigga, he's Nika all the time. Like, the fruit is not the gum fruit. That's just a name they gave him. The actual fruit name is Hito. No me, Mono Nika. He's Nika all the time. Not when he's awakened, he's Nika all the time. Awakening is just the best form that he could bring out of the Nika fruit, stuff like that, right? Yeah. Case in point, showing when he goes to Gear 4.
I don't think it's his best form, though. I think that the way I've always viewed Awakening, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all know the series as well as I do, is that Awakening, because I listen to what Doflamingo, I actually listen to what various characters say, Sir Crocodile, Doflamingo, Kaido. It's as if Awakening is the threshold. Like, you're going, if you know Kuroko no Basket, the zone in level 2 zone, like, you're going deeper. Now Luffy, because Doflamingo said Luffy was a baby with his. And even Shanks was like, oh, these saplings. I don't think that's just their age. He's saying that, okay, now they're starting to sprout. Now they're becoming into their full capacity. Now Luffy can now become who he's truly meant to be, is what it is.
Yeah, I do agree on.
Well, I think we're saying the same thing. I think like what you call when you awaken, it's like what Kaido said. Like you reach maximum potential. So now you can really take your
Top
fruit to
in.
a whole new level.
Yeah.
You can really do some really ill shit now. Like you can, like with Law. Law did some ill shit. Kid did some ill shit. Doflamingo, Katakuri, they're all doing some ill shit. It's not to say that they can't improve themselves as a human being and get better.
Yeah.
It's just saying like now all the secrecy of fruit are unlocked, sir. So now go forth and prosper and fuck niggas up, right?
It's it's the best form for your potential.
It's now why everybody was irritated at that Kid, and I kept telling people this. I said, Kid is 23. It's like Luffy's 19. Imagine if they were in 40. Like, people kept saying, why don't we see Magneto type shit? I said, well, Kid is 23. Magneto, if you know, I know I'm not trying to get too, but I guess Vegapunk and Devil Fruits. Magneto is in his 40s and 50s in Marvel Comics, in the 616 universe, even in the movies, the X-Men movies. Yeah. He's a genius and he's very experienced. The Awakening, now we see what Kid can really start doing with the magnet Devil Fruit. You see what I'm saying? And it's the same thing with Law. Law is now doing what I've been asking Oda to do with Law's Devil Fruit. You know what I mean?
Now, to piggyback with the Luffy situation, like I said, Gear 4 is showing you that Nika is coming out because you got to remember, zones have three forms. You have the human, you have the hybrid, and then you have the actual zone itself, right? We never actually seen what Nika looks like yet, right? But we can see by the silhouette that he's lanky. He's got this wavy hair up in the sky and stuff like that. Yep. I guess he must have this little steam collar going around his neck and stuff like that, right? So Gear 4 is not awakened, right? That is not an awakened form. Yes,
that's his hybrid.
We know that's his. Yeah, we call it the hybrid. Yeah, that's fair. And
Luffy, they look exactly the same. That's a hybrid.
It's coming out of him. The hair is waving for some reason. Why the fuck is his hair going up? Is he powering up on DBZ? No. What's with the steam going around his neck? Why is it forming like a collar? What the fuck's happening there? So I say that to say this. Chopper, right? Chopper.
Yep.
Okay. We are on, what's this thing called? Egghead Island, right?
Yeah.
Vegapunk shit, right? Now, zones.
Yep.
We have the guards, the Impel Down guards, right?
Yep.
They're all awakened, right? And it kind of looks like they were forced. It looks like a forced awakening because y'all all look retarded, right? and Oda said, let's keep it a buck. If y'all read Rose Laptop, Oda pretty much said, yo, zone proof, they suck dick, bro. Like if you awaken, unless you're a human, it's a hindrance to you. So fuck it, right?
It might not necessarily be just the human. Like I think you can awaken in other fruits, but you just have to have the will to dominate the spirit.
I was gonna say that Kaido.
Yeah, like
Kaido, Marco, etc.
He didn't say it. But here's the thing, though. When I look at Chopper, right? If I assume, because this is headcanon right now, right? I don't have any proof yet. I just have an assumption, right? If I assume that the reason why all the Impel Down guards are awakened because Vegapunk, the master of these zone fruits, right? The man who's responsible for creating a damn near perfect clone of Kaido's fruit, right? Is the reason why they were forced to be awakened and they're retarded cows and zebras and shit, right? Then, if I think he could do that to them, what if our boy Chopper, he gets to play with Chopper a little bit, right? He gets to forcefully awaken Chopper. Now, here's the dope part about it, right? Here's the dope part about it. When Chopper got his fruits, he got more intelligence, right? Amongst other things. So, if Vegapunk is able to forcefully awaken Chopper, where does his intelligence go at that point?
But this is, and then you can say headcanon or whatever. I've always argued that Chopper already has long ago awakened. He forcefully awakened. Monster Point. And here's why. And this is why I've been arguing with Kaido, and people say we would have in Pharaoh. You already know every comment session I kept saying Kaido's awakened, Lin's awakened, they're awakened. Why am I saying that? Because this about control. We saw with the Jailer Beast, as you were mentioning, they were not controlled. Luffy was still in control. Why? Chopper, what was his training? He had to learn to control his devil fruit. The same thing with Brook, because I think Brook is awakened, I think Robin's awakened, I think Luffy's awakened, and Chopper's awakened. And they all awakened it differently. And Chopper, because of the drugs, bypassed the drugs, helped him bypass. But pre-time skip, he was too early.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And also look at when his strong point. He looked like a Neanderthal, people say. Like a caveman type looking ass.
Yeah.
And I think his monster point and his brain point, think about it. His intelligence, he's already this is, and what Oda dropped a hint. If a human ate it, he would be an enlightened. Well, time out. We do have a mythical Zoan Golden Buddha, Sengoku. We've never seen Sengoku's hybrid. I keep saying,
I think we did. I think when Sengoku, because I gotta think about what Sengoku the man looks like, right? I gotta think what a Buddha statue looks like, and I gotta think about what I saw in front of my face, right? So when Sengoku changed into the Buddha form to start fucking up niggas' lives, right? He got the little Buddha belly and the golden form and stuff like that. But he kind of had he kept the beady afro and all kind of shit like that. He had the glasses still and all kind of shit like that. So to me, if I know what a Buddha statue looks like, and I know what Sengoku looks like, and if I was to combine a Buddha statue and Sengoku hybrid, I would get what I'm looking at in front of my face. Because you have to one thing remember about the Zoan forms, right? The Zoan forms, while you will have a wee bit of characteristics like when Kaido turned into a full-blown dragon, right? If we see Momo be a dragon and we see Kaido be a dragon at the same time, right? They look the same outside the colors, except you can tell the eyes are a little bit different. And of course, Kaido got the mustache going for himself. Well, the beard, right? But outside of that, that's the only thing you can tell in the regular Zoan form. So the Zoan form, they still look like the animal or the human, whatever you want to call them, with a wee bit of tweak to where you can tell them a little bit. It's when they go hybrid form, you can really tell that's them. So to me, in my head canon, because again, this has not been confirmed by Oda, the hybrid was what we saw at Marineford.
Yeah, I think the hybrid was what we saw.
No, but we didn't see. We saw him in Bay State, and I thought the statue was his full. I don't think we've seen his hybrid because the hybrids tend to be smaller. If you look at Rob Lucci, you look at Rob Lucci was kind of weird.
No. CP, what the fuck these people call CP9, CP0 now, I guess. But CP9 back then, when you look at Jabra, when you look at fucking Rob Lucci and Kaku, the hybrid forms were big as shit. Like they got big.
But remember,
like, that was not the side of the
Rob Lucci had two. Rob Lucci had two.
Right.
Well,
look at Jabra. But you look at Jabra. Jabra got big as fuck.
Mythicals are quite different from like the regular, where they don't follow the scheme sometimes. Where it's not, they might not have a hybrid. They like Marco. Like, is Marco constantly in hybrid, or is he awakened? Like,
no, I don't think we've seen Marco's hybrid. I don't think so.
No, we did. I actually looked it up. I have to get it. I was going through the data books. I was going through the data books or some shit because I got bored one day because work was slow, right? Because pissing me off, right? And I'm gonna go look it up for y'all. Just trust me on this. But Oda did confirm that the shit that we see when he does the Sasuke Uchiha shit, where he does the partial transformation to where he's got the wings and the feet, but he still got the human body. That's the hybrid. That's the hybrid.
I knew Oda was gonna pull that, but I don't see. Sometimes with Oda statements, I don't buy those.
I was mad as shit. I'm like, wait, that's the hybrid form? Fuck that shit.
Well,
I didn't like that.
The thing with Marco that's like strange is that he can just make any part of his body like
into
the Phoenix. So it's like, what is hybrid?
I don't think there's a hybrid.
It was explained that it was a hybrid form, right? In that form right there, because I saw the pictures of the regular Marco and the Phoenix Marco, and then like the hybrid-ish Marco, the one that I didn't like, that was a hybrid, right? So the comparison was like right next to Black Maria, right? To where they were showing like, depending on what the person may have done to the fruit, like Chopper, right? Because Chopper is all over the place, right? Or what kind of drugs they took, or what kind of control they took. Their hybrid form may not be as traditional as you think it might be, right? And so when they use Marco for the example of that, is we don't know what kind of control he has over the fruit. We see what he does, right? But his hybrid form, right, that he decides to take is pretty much in what Oda's trying to translate. This is what best suits him to fight in the combination of his human form and zone form together, his AKA his hybrid form, as in this is what it's going to look like. This is his most powerful state. When you have Black Maria's version, which now this one, I know all y'all read this one. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
Where he said her hybrid is a result of her taking drugs, which I assume Queen did that for her, right? Taking drugs to make her hybrid form suitable, because he also drew a picture of this is what Black Maria would look like if she was just a regular Zoan.
Yeah.
And he said that Black Maria, because she's like a pretty chick, she's like, I don't want to look like that shit because I look like an ugly bitch if I do that. Let me look decent. So when she had she looked like Smile, right? She looked like Smile.
Yeah, she looked like a giant like spider and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looked like Smile though, but Otis said like, no, that's legitimately her hybrid form. So when Robin fought her, don't think like Black Maria was holding back. No, that was Black Maria at her best. That was hybrid.
To your point, Bruce. I did think back because I remember young Marco during the flashback. He was using that his wings and such. I just thought that. Well, all right. So on a bit of a slight. I hold that the awakened mythical ones, or the awakened what we saw in Wano, these are the people I thought was awakened, right? So as far as zones, obviously Luffy, I got Kaido, right? I say Yamato's not awakened, Orochi's not awakened, obviously Katarina Devon's not awakened. And there's reasons I can give as to why they're not awakened with mythical zones, because I think mythical zones have other powers other than it. Marco, the reason his Phoenix regeneration, he's already awakened. People keep trying to say, no, he's awakened. He's doing awakened shit. Like, it's very difficult to kill Marco. That's an awakening, man. You can't. The whole purpose of the Phoenix is the Phoenix that rises from the ashes. As long as he has stamina, he will continue to get back up. That is his awakening. I guarantee you. I say OT, I believe she's awakened. I think all of the Calamities, All-Stars are awakened, Kaido's awakened, and X-Drake. Everybody else weren't awakened. And the reason I make those arguments is that look at Ulti. It was hard to put her down. People are like, how did, Lin hit her with a Conqueror's Haki? Doesn't matter. She's an awakened zone. She just kept getting back up. How many times did Nami and them had to hit her? And I think she has Conqueror's Haki.
Ulti, I've said it before. Ulti was like taking the Impel Down guard fight and rehashing it over again. Because the way how the Impel Down guards, and it was exactly the same. It was like if you take the panels, right, and put them side by side, they read the same way to where like Luffy would knock the fuck out the Impel Down guard. The Impel Down guard would lose consciousness, right? But okay, we whooped his ass. It's time to move on. And they keep running down, Impel Down. What the fuck? This nigga's back again. Knock him out again. Okay, we good now? We good. All right, keep running. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Let's go save Ace. What the fuck is the nigga back again, right? You gotta fight him again. Ulti went the same way. You think you're gonna be the Pirate King? Kyle's gonna be the Pirate King, nigga. I'm gonna fuck you up. Yamato, Obama, bitch, knock you out. All right, we done? Let's move on. Hey. I said my captain's gonna be the Pirate King. Ulti, what the fuck? You gonna knock you out already? You know what? Fuck that shit. Yo, Thunderbolt her ass. Cool. Yo, Nami, we done? Nah, I think she's gonna get back up again. Hey. Did I say that y'all can leave? I still want to kill you for saying that for Luffy gonna be the Pirate King. I'm gonna fuck y'all up. And a little bitch ass kid. Oh, you want to say something about the kid? Mighty the cannon. Boom. Knocks her out. Okay, we good. Yo, we gotta see about Luffy, win this fight. Hey. Did I say that y'all niggas ain't gonna tell me that Kaido's not gonna be the Pirate King? Why is this bitch Ulti up again? What the fuck?
Yeah. Especially ever since she got hit with the Mazer cannon. I felt like when she got up from that, that was like, that's crazy regeneration right there.
Yeah. And not just her. Not just her.
Page 1 didn't get up though.
No. Not just her. Every other Black Maria, the Grand Jacuzzi or whatever, done. Sasaki, done. Page 1, done. Ulti, back up. X-Drake was taking mad blows. Not done. He kept getting the cook. And
Oh yeah,
and
that's
then, and
with
then
him.
people tried to kept
All right.
shitting on Jack. First of all, Jack is obvious to me. His whole thing with Zoe, 5 days and 5 nights versus warriors of the caliber of Lord Nekomamushi and Duke Inuyarashi, and he didn't drop. What did Kaido say? Yo, Jack, don't feel bad. I know you bought that life, my son. Because I keep saying, like, on a little side note, Jack, Ulti, and Page One are the adoptive kids of Kaido. But it's funny that the real daughter of Kaido can't stand her dad. They all love Kaido. And people say Kaido's a bad dad. No. Kaido was like, you're a rebellious daughter who don't want to listen. Right? And I can debate Kaido was actually not a bad dad. But anyways.
Stop, Wonder.
Yeah.
I agree with Wonder on this one. 100%. Like, Kaido might have done a lot of things, but when I look at Yamato, how he just kept talking the fuck back all the time, talking about like, hey, daddy, you know what Kaido reminds me of in real life? You know what he reminds me of? And this is going to be
Black
a current thing. Huh? No,
black
that's too, but
I'm a black man. He's a black dad, bro.
Yeah,
I resonated with Kaido. I ain't gonna front with it, bro.
But wait,
that man was a good dad, bro.
But specifically, Kaido is 50 Cent and Yamato is Marquise. Yamato is Marquise, dog. Because when you look at, especially, and I don't know how well y'all follow hip hop. I don't know how well y'all follow hip hop, but 50 Cent has his enemy that he's been his enemy for a long time called Supreme, right? Supreme is the person when you hear 50 Cent talk about I got shot 9 times. Supreme is the person who set up the hit for 50 Cent to get shot 9 times, right? So that's his enemy. Marquise went and decided to take a picture with this man, full well knowing that this guy is the guy who killed his father. This is like this 10 years ago. This happened, right? This is Marquise. He did that fuck shit, right? So it reminded me so much of Kaido and Yamato because Yamato keeps telling that.
Yo, it's mad disrespectful. So Oden, he exaggerates things. I know we're not trying to do it in Wano, but
you wanna be like a nigga who tried to fucking kill me? Fuck you, little bitch.
He respects Odin, right? But hold on, he respects Odin, but at the same time, like she's also because Kaido actually has mad aspects about honor. He actually exemplifies Bushido better than any of the samurai. Hell, even better than Zoro at this point. And it's a spit in the face because that whole thing about showing, he's like, oh, he's going to leave me to die. He's like, oh, I thought you wanted to be a samurai. He was trying to teach her a lesson the whole way. He tried to make her a shogun. He tried to give her the world. And she was just this spoiled brat. She honestly was.
He did. And it's also like 50 Cent again, because there's a little thing in one of his books where 50 Cent, his son talked about how his son wanted to get like some new shoes, right? He's like, yo, I'm going to get like 50 pairs of shoes. And 50 Cent's like, I don't want to teach you that because that's going to teach you to be a spoiled brat, right? So what 50 Cent did is he went to Harlem. He saw there was a sneaker shop that was closing down. He asked the gentleman, he says, well, why are you closing down shop, right? And he says, well, I just picked the wrong area, so business wasn't as much as I thought it would, right? So it's like, here's what I'm going to do. Let me buy you out, and I can use the shop myself. The guy says, sure thing. So 50 Cent buys the sneaker shop, right? He then, lets the place shut down, but he takes all the sneakers. He sends all the shoes from the place to his son, Marquise, in Atlanta, right? He says, hey, not only did I get you your shoes, but here's what I want you to really do with this deal. This isn't me trying to get you like 200 pairs of shoes. I mean, you can pick whatever you want, right? But this is a business deal. We can put this in a storage unit, right? So that way you don't have to pay the taxes and the rent for an actual store. And you can sell them and set up an online site and sell your shoes out of the storage unit.
I wish I had that opportunity.
As a business deal. He sets it up for Marquise, right? The son didn't go through with the deal. So, to go back to the Yamato situation, right?
Right.
Wonder's correct. Kaido was setting Yamato up like, yo, you gonna run the country. I'm gonna train you. We're gonna do all this kind of things. People kind of give Kaido the unfair shake. Kaido does a lot of bullshit in his life, right? But the thing is, like, damn, she's out here fucking 8 years old, right? Talking about, my name is Kozuki Odin. What the fuck?
Okay. So question. I feel like you guys have just removed context from this situation. I don't know
What?
why.
I gotta hear this. I gotta hear this. I gotta hear this. What context?
Yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I'm trying to get you guys to apply. So why is Yamato like that? Why does she assume this personality of Kozuki Oden? Right? You guys are just ruling
Because
it
she
out.
respects who the man she saw. The
Because she
the
was
legendary
sheltered.
what do they
Because
call that?
she
What do they
was
call that?
sheltered. She
The
had like
legendary
two
hour?
girls.
The legendary hour, right? What do they call that? The
Yeah.
hour
The
of
what?
power. What that shit is? The hour that Suzuki Oden stayed in the boiling pot and held his boys up. That shit. She got to witness that.
Yeah, so you think it's just something that you can just brush off and say, okay, yeah, even though you saw that, you should still do whatever your father wants. Right. So
What
this
I
is like an
think
No,
I
extra.
could do, what
you're
I think I
missing the
could do.
context though.
Yeah, here's the thing. 'Cause I'm a father. I don't know anybody who's a father in in this chat. I'm a father, right? I have 5 boys, right? 5 boys. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. As me being their father, right? I would hope that they look up to me and follow my ways because I'm the one who's going to be taking care of them, right? However, it is completely fine if they find other people in their life, whether it be men or women, right, to look up to or not idolize, because you shouldn't idolize anybody, but to look up to and learn some stuff from. As a matter of fact, I hope that they do because I'm just a man. I can't teach you everything, but I'm going to teach you everything that I know, right? But you may find some other teachers in life that can teach you some stuff that I don't know. I am fine with it, right? I am fine with that. Here's what you're not going to do, okay? You're not going to be living in my house, right? And worship the man who is my mortal enemy, right? I don't care. You can say, like, okay, I respect his strength. Cool, because you know what? I'm Kaido. I respected his strength too. I told him to his face that I respected his strength. Yo, I think he's a dope ass dude for looking after his homeboys. You know what, daughter? I agree. I respect him for looking after his Akazaya 9. That's some stand up shit, right? Man, I respect him
Wade
for looking
went
after his
out.
country. I respect him for looking after his country. You know what?
Mhm.
He was a solid motherfucker. That's the reason why I killed that old bitch for ruining our fight. That was a solid individual. Daughter, I agree with you. Dad, I love him. I want to be like him, and I'm gonna call myself him. Bitch, no. You went too far. Wait a minute. Let's take that back.
Let me
Let's take
let me
that back.
further let me
Let's roll
further
that back,
Bruce.
Jonathan.
Let me further go into my problems with. Listen, I actually like Yamato, and this is part of her. And I think Oda. Well, I can get into reasons because of what Oda's doing with her character as to why I like Yamato. I like Yamato from the beginning. I just loved it. I told y'all that is Nakama. I said that is the next movie. I said that because the whole the thing about it that Kaido did a mercy killing on Odin. Odin was gonna die anyway. It's like in Tony Montana at the end of Scarface. He's gonna die anyways. Kaido was dead. Kaido was literally gonna die. So Odin was gonna die. So Kaido was not going to watch this man suffer. He said, "No, I'm going to end his suffering now." And he put him out of his misery. Then Kaido, here's the thing what people miss, because I keep saying this. I don't know how many, and I'm not trying to eviscerate people. I had a great dad. Yeah, there was issues I can get to, but I had a great dad. See, I don't know how many people today, this is a problem, and I know this is a big social issue, but Oda deals in a social issue, so I got to call it like I see it. Most people saying this stuff is the same crowd that says Goku is a bad dad. No, he's a good dad. I don't know how great of a dad, but he's a good dad. Most people saying this did not have a dad and did not have a father figure. I can tell you that because they don't understand. Kaido literally gave her the samurai.
Hello? Gave her the samurai? Yeah.
Kaido gave her the samurai to look up to teach her. People slept on that scene. That scene was huge, bro. Everybody just skipping shit and just mad we ain't see Kaido. Kaido even said he talked like a dad the whole thing. And I say hashtag Uncle Kaido. about Luffy in a second. First of all, like I said, you have the 3 other ones that loved Kaido like a dad. And I'll get to Uncle
page
Kaido.
one, Jack. Page 1, Jack and OC. That was their pops for real. That was their pops
he
for
adopted
real.
all of them.
And also, hold on. I'm gonna interrupt Wonder, but I'm only interrupting to piggyback off of Wonder. That is, when you look at the backstory for OT and page 1, which was told in the River card or whatever, having like that, right? Let me, because Kaido, I have an ebb and flow of how if I like him, if I don't like him, I'm kind of in between. But this is some of the stuff that I do like about Kaido, right? The backstory page 1 of OT, which I don't know if y'all remember this, but I'm gonna remind you, right? Was Kaido knew their pops, right?
Yes.
This guy died from unforeseen ways, but he's a pirate, so we can assume that he must have died doing pirate
shit, Captain
right?
John.
Maybe Captain John, right? Doing some pirate shit, right? And now his 2 kids are orphaned, right? All of the strength that Kaido was cool with this man, he said, I'm not going to leave his 2 kids orphaned because they're in a fucked up way. They were having to steal from people and shit. They were young, right? Kaido said, I'm going to take my boy's 2 kids. Nigga, that's some stand-up shit,
Way
bro.
better dad than Odin. Tell you that right now.
That's some stand-up shit that your homeboy died. And because mind you, that's not Kaido's kids. Kaido does not have to do that shit. Kaido's a busy man, right? But because of the strength that I knew this guy, I was cool with this guy. I'm not gonna let his kids go out like that. Fuck it, y'all 2 little niggas. Yo, come up here, man. Come up here. I'm gonna show y'all some shit, right?
Bruce,
I got y'all.
Hot take. Kaido is the best dad in One Piece. I will push and I will argue that. Best dad in One Piece.
I might agree with that. I have to agree with that. With that, bro. I got to agree with that.
And here's the further thing, Bruce, to what you just said. Here's a further thing. So he literally introduces Yamato to the 3 samurai to teach his daughter about honor.
Discipline.
And show her. That made me emotional.
Discipline.
And they went out there. And then, hold on. Yamato could have left anytime. Oh, she had it so bad, right? She could have left anytime. She really could have. Those shackles, she could have used Conqueror's Haki to get that out of there. Stop it. She could have left at any time. But
do you mean when she was a kid? Do you mean when she was a kid?
No, she's 28. She's 28. She could have left. She could,
so
you know.
So doesn't she have the thing? The thing?
She don't have Rio.
But it doesn't matter. She has Conqueror's Haki. She has advanced Conqueror's Haki. She could have easily removed them. Easily.
No. That one I would disagree with you with because the method for moving the shackles is not Conqueror's Haki. It's the advanced Rio that Lele did. You can't remove the Conquerors.
But she could have probably used her freeze breath. I mean, come on. She could have gotten out of him, is my point. Regardless of the method, she could have gotten out of him.
I agree with you with everything so far.
She would have, if she wanted to, she would have, but she
should
couldn't.
have got the fuck up out of there.
But she didn't. She didn't want to. She didn't understand. And here's my point. Kaido, see, people thought, oh, Kaido should have just told her. No, Kaido acted like one of them old dads and uncles. Girl, you just don't understand about the world. And people like, well, then you should have told her. No. If you've ever been around old folks, like I grew up around old folks, they used to say stuff like that all the time. Live a while. They will say because you're too immature. Yamato is immature. She's literally trying to become a dead man. Like, not like Bruce was saying. She don't get it. And so Kyle's like, he been dealing with this for 20 years. He like, what is wrong with my daughter? What is wrong with the girl? And then she's like, here's the final point. She literally, in that battle, she's fighting dad for liberation. He's like, oh, okay. So you're going to fight me for real? Okay. Well, I'm going to kill you then. What? Daddy's going to kill me? Daddy? That's what you
going to say. That was exactly what the hell I was going to say. Wonder, I got to take over now. Wonder, check me in. I got to take over now. Yeah. This is exactly what the fuck I was going to say. The simple fact, this is how you know he was a good dad, right? I mean, he was rough. We all know he was rough. There's no display there. Here's how you know he was a good dad. This bitch that teamed up with the enemy, This bitch, the cars of Odin for 20 years. And then when she finally scrapped against Kaido in the midnight hour of this fucking battle, right? And when Kaido starts to get real with her, war, whatever, right? And Kaido gets real with her ass. Her response was like, Dad, you're really trying to kill me? That to me right there says, this nigga was a good dad. The fact that she was surprised at that shit, like, you're actually trying to hurt me? Yes, bitch.
And people, and to further, like I said, last point. I really mean it. The further point is that Kaido is an Oni. Everybody trying to hold him to these human standards. He grew up through the struggle. The man knew war his entire life. And the fact that he turned out like that, it's like Luffy. It's like Goku. The fact that any of these dudes, even Lin, the fact that any of these dudes actually turn out to be halfway decent people it also is an indictment on society. But that's a deeper conversation. Kaido best dad in One Piece, hands down. Hands down. Don't bring up his
Kuro was the best dad.
Who'd you say?
Kuro.
Captain Kuro?
I think so. I don't know if that's who's referenced.
He was a guardian. He wasn't really a dad, but yeah, Uncle Kaido was teaching Luffy the entire time, like Uncle Katakuri. That's Uncle Kaido right there, man. Luffy's his nephew, bro. Just like Lin, that's his grandma. Uncle Kaido.
I look at the 50 Cent thing. I look at like all my children. Right, my oldest is 9 years old, so he's not like super old, but he's getting to the point to where he's starting to gain some adult level intelligence. It's starting to seep in, right? And so when he does foul shit, right? I have to reprimand him, right?
Yep.
And there was times in the past to where he's like, "Oh, I did something fucked up. Dad, you're really mad at me. Like I'm about to get whooped. I'm about to get my toys taken away. I'm about to have all this stuff happen to you." And I'm like, "Yes, little boy, you are, because this is what happens when you disrespect my household. Yada 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 yada, right?" But my son is saying this to me, right? Because my son also knows the other side of me. He knows the other side that I'll play video games.
Yeah.
Do you ever in the chat you like, yo, what video game system can I get right now? Because I gotta catch up. If you have put me on to the Xbox and shit, right? That was for him, right? Yep. So my son knows the side of me that plays video games. I knows the side of him that I help him in his homework. I know some of the side of him where I joke and play with him, stuff like that. He knows that about me. But the other part he knows about me is Daddy backslap the shit out of me if I disrespect him or the household or his mother or anybody else, right? So because he knows the dual side, if I was a complete asshole to my son or any of my sons, right? Like 100% of the time, me doing foul shit to them, whooping them, taking their toys away, putting them in timeout, all kinds of shit like that, they wouldn't question discipline, right? They wouldn't question it because they're like, Dad's a dick. This is him 24/7. He's gonna be like that. He's probably gonna throw me out in the streets, let me starve out there in the cold because Dad's a dick, right? But it still surprises them to some elements when I get rough with them.
How much over the ran away?
Oh, the person in the comments said Kyros.
Heroes.
Yeah.
Wait.
Kyros was crazy.
Nope. I like this.
I love me some Kyros. He's still on the Kyros. Still under.
Wait. That's a good one. Heroes. I'm still gonna say that's a whoever said in the comment section, that's a really good argument. I'm still going to say Kaido. Only because the page one and the ulti situation. That's some stand-up shit, bro. You do not have to raise those two kids.
Kairos. Here's why Kairos is below. Here's why Kairos is below, real quick. Kairos is below because
I am gonna end in like about 5 minutes. But yeah, keep going.
Yeah, I gotta go soon. So Kairos, and last thing I'll say, Kairos, he protected Rebecca, but you trying to tell me you can't tell her ever?
What? That she's dead?
Yeah, like
No,
there is
he made
certain
the right
things
decision
about
for
that.
that.
It was
He
like,
made the right decision. I wouldn't have told you either.
It's so interesting the way
I
you
wouldn't have told you
think.
either.
It's
I
like it's
love
like
Kairos. I like
like
his character, but there was things about it that just was like
maybe,
they
but
were
Well,
maybe,
well, the
problematic.
thing is,
but
she
it's,
wouldn't
wait,
believe him though
it's
because that devil fruit erases the
Right.
memories of that individual. So
I
if,
agree
if
with
this
this
random
decision.
doll
look,
just
I
told
agree with
you,
this decision.
yeah,
look, it's so obvious that Kyrus is the better dad, but it's like the way you guys just
Really?
stick.
What?
Yeah,
nah, I think
you guys have
Kyrus might be
Nah,
number one for
nah,
me. Kyrus might
so
be
well,
number
I'm
one.
saying well,
nah.
wait, I'm not sure it was number one. I'm just saying better than Kaido because it's like you guys. It's like
Wow.
sometimes you guys just stake a position and then you just run with it, and it's like
No, I came to this
it's very
position
hard to
throughout Wano, bro. I changed my
yeah,
views
but
on Kaido. I
maybe,
actually
but
like Kaido like
but
hell.
my
I was
my
not
point
I
is
a
mean,
fan
that
of Kaido.
they do
point is
bring
that
up
Come
good
on, bro.
points, but
they
I
don't
do
at all. Look,
disagree on,
no,
on certain things though.
they don't at all. For example, the stand-up thing that Brewski's bringing up. Why are you not contextualizing it? Who
Oh, here
are
we
you
go.
saying? Wait, yeah,
Here we
exactly.
go.
So are you saying that based on what we know about Kirus, he wouldn't do that? Based on what we know
No, I
about
can't.
some of
I'm
the
doing what y'all do. I'm going off of feats.
no, but that's the point though. Like you're not adding like we don't exist in just what has been shown to us. We exist in context. We exist in
Viola
portrayal.
was
We
under
exist.
Doflamingo.
What?
Viola, his daughter, was under Doflamingo.
Who's
Yeah.
daughter?
Again, why are you not applying extra context?
Kairos'
Why?
daughter. That's his daughter
Yeah.
too, not just Rebecca. He only looked after one of his daughters. Like, bro, no, stop it.
Whoa,
Come
whoa,
on
wait,
now.
wait, no. Viola
Why?
wasn't his
Why
daughter.
is it?
Viola was
Yeah,
his
Viola
sister.
is not his daughter.
Her
What?
sister-in-law.
Wait,
Sister-in-law.
I thought her and Rebecca were sisters.
No, that's her auntie.
That's
her
the
auntie.
aunt. Yeah.
That's her auntie.
What? So
Viola
she-
and Scarlet are
She
sisters.
Riku's daughter?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
she's
King Riku's
Riku's
daughter.
granddaughter.
Oh my god. Oda
Granddaughter.
confused the hell. I ain't gonna front with it. Oda confused the
No,
hell
no,
out
no,
of me.
yeah.
that's Riku's
Viola.
granddaughter.
That's my fault. Oda
It's
confused. He didn't
Riku.
explain that very well.
It's
I ain't
King.
gonna lie
No,
with you.
he did. It's King Riku. It's King Riku, and then King Riku has two daughters, Scarlet and Viola. Scarlet is Kiro's wife and the mother of Rebecca, which makes Viola Rebecca's auntie, and Kiros is sister-in-law.
Granddaughter. Oh yeah.
No, Kiros is sister-in-law. Yeah,
Yeah, Kira's sister-in-law. Yeah.
yeah.
Again, so honestly, that's even besides the point for me. Like, yeah. So one thing about Viola is not Kirus's
Okay.
daughter, but that's besides the point. The whole point is that the reasons why he did what he did. He knows his power, what he's capable of, and he went about doing what he did throughout that entire arc because of the fact that he wanted a better life for his daughter, right?
Yep.
And
Wait, who
when
you
you
talking about?
compare
Kiros or Kaido?
Kairos.
Kyrus, yeah, Kairos.
Kiros.
Yeah,
Okay.
so when you compare that to Kaido, another thing that you guys on one thing when you guys say the what did I even mention in the past?
The OT and page one.
Oh, the stand-up thing.
Yeah, exactly. The stand-up thing. So the stand-up thing, that's something that Kyrus would do. Absolutely. It's within his
I've
character.
not
And
seen
maybe-
any evidence.
Would
We have-
Kairos do
but-
that? I feel like he
yeah,
would.
exactly.
I feel
No,
like
he would.
Kairos
I'm saying, yeah, it's within his character. I hate when people just.
Kyrus.
It's like you guys want to apply context when it matters to you guys, but when it goes
Because
against you,
no,
you don't wanna apply
you
it.
can't
No,
do
I
that.
am
Animal. You
applying
can't do that.
context.
Animal.
He
No,
only
You
no,
cares
can't
about
no.
Rebecca.
Like
do
it's
that
so
because here's the thing.
no,
Just because
but
somebody has a
it's
good
so
nature
obvious.
in them, right? You have situations to where what's
Look.
called Momo and what's Momo's sister's name again? Fuck. Hiyori?
Hiyori.
Right? We just went on the limb and said Whitebeard's a good dude, right? And also, and this applies, right? Whitebeard is technically a
Whitebeard is-
father, right? Because he's ultimate pops, right? He's the dad of all dads, right? Yes. And this is not an indictment against Whitebeard before any of y'all try and cut my head off, right?
It is.
We're talking about the context, like you said, Anima, of what they would do. Whitebeard knew Odin was dead for some time. Yes, he did not go to get Hiyori and Momo.
It is an
He
indictment.
didn't go. He didn't go. Right?
He could have
So-
taken out Kaido, but he didn't.
No.
He let
he was
Momo
saying
and
that.
Hiyori Stay there.
Well, the reason why he didn't go for Kaido is because he would have created a conflict that would kill more of his children.
Oh, like
Even
I
though he
really
could
hate
beat
how
Kaido.
you guys are.
I understand.
So even though he saves,
Go
even though
in
he,
there and snatch the 2 kids.
yeah, but you got to fight
Bruce
Kaido if
Wonder-
you're taking them 2 kids.
But
Bruce and
Pharaoh,
Wonder-
hold on.
The shit, nigga.
Hold
I
on,
mean,
Pharaoh.
unless he does
This is the same Newgate that
Come
went for one son and sacrificed his entire crew, damn near. Let's keep it all the way 1,000,
Yeah.
though, Pharaoh.
He did. He went up against the world government, the Marines, damn it. Y'all not finna shot Ace's head off. I'm finna get my boy.
Wait, but what's the additional context to that? So it
Yeah,
wasn't
you're
like
trying to add additional context,
Yeah,
bro.
you're trying to
There ain't no
add
additional context. It's
Damn.
hypocrisy.
But
How much
it's, like,
context you want?
it's not hypocrisy, bro. Like you guys, I like honestly, and I mean no disrespect. I honestly thought you guys were more intelligent than this. Like you guys are just absolutely.
I am
picking-
intelligent. I'm actually highly
no.
intelligent. There,
Oh, no,
I've
no.
already
I'm
thought
saying
this
way,
through.
no, wait. No, I'm saying way more than this. It's like you guys are picking and choosing.
No.
And you guys
Animal.
apply
No,
whatever
It's
you
the
want.
opposite, bro. If you
It's
want to
like-
go into intellect, you're not thinking
You guys
this
are-
through.
Wait.
You
guys
aren't.
No,
are-
we're not.
No.
Just-
You want to talk about intellect? I'm
Just
gonna tell
because
you, bro.
Just because you're a good father doesn't mean you're gonna send the olive branch to take care of
Let me
other
finish.
kids.
Let me finish. You guys are literally acting like the comment sections people that you guys always talk about. Always
Animal.
having this tunnel vision. Okay, there is always a
Animal. I'm not having tunnel vision. I'm calling out hypocrisy for what it is.
not
Whitebeard
wait, so-
isn't this good man that y'all make him out to be. He's
wait,
not.
I don't,
Wait,
bro, I don't even care about that. 'Cause it's so loaded. It's so
Yo,
loaded.
Whitebeard's
so,
not a bad
It's
person.
not loaded.
Wait.
Hey,
Again, look. I don't even care about all that. All I'm trying to say is that okay. Well,
You're
there are a
calling
bunch
out
of
my
things that-
intellect. Don't do that, bro. You don't want to. You don't want that smoke. That's the wrong tree to
No,
climb.
wait. I'm not saying that you're not intelligent. I'm just saying that I thought you were more intelligent to be able to see stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
you guys.
calling out my intellect.
Well, I mean, it's pretty much saying between Einstein and I don't know someone else who's really smart. Like I don't know Neil deGrasse Tyson. You probably say Einstein is more smarter, but that doesn't mean that Neil deGrasse Tyson isn't that smart, right? It's just I'm just saying
Oh,
that I
Lord.
thought you guys were smarter.
Here
That's
we
what I'm trying to say. It's pretty much that you guys aren't really there. Like you guys aren't so full.
No, I am animal.
well-rounded.
You
No,
okay?
but
Animal.
but
The problem.
it's not even like look.
No.
I
This
wanna
is
get
the
away
problem
from
I've had for years. You view things a certain way, and you're not understanding other.
Wait, that's exactly what I'm trying to say for you guys. You guys are the ones
different
that
one to consider. I'm
I-
actually presenting alternative perspectives. The fact that nobody's saying Kaido was a good dad, I've never heard anybody say it but myself.
But again, by the way, I completely categorically disagree with that narrative. Kaido is a good dad. You guys
It's not
always,
a narrative. It's
a narrative
literally
because-
based on facts.
no, because again, it's not based
Oh
on
my
things.
Lord.
For example,
What?
like I mean, look, there's a whole bunch of things that you guys have said. I actually need to write it down to kind of counteract every single point. Like I kind of want to touch on the
You,
right.
this is what I'm saying,
wait.
bro. You're into arguing
Wonder,
because you don't
Wonder,
agree.
Wonder,
That doesn't
Wonder,
mean
so-
I'm not intelligent. It's just
Wonder,
you disagree.
I wonder why you always why you always butting in when I'm trying to speak. Like, let me just kind of say my stuff, right? So, you said a whole bunch of things: Whitebeard, Kaido, Kirus, a lot of things that I can disagree with, and I do disagree with. So, with the Kaido stuff. So, one thing that you mentioned, Bruce, I believe, is that, or was it Wonder? It was about
It don't matter.
it was-
Sandwich. Eat all of it. I don't want to see you waste that. Oh, I'm sorry. See, that's it. Go ahead.
it was about Yamato.
Yamato what? Complain about her dad trying to kill her?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yamato complained
Okay.
about that. Why? The fact that you connected that to mean that because she realized that, oh, wait, you trying to kill me means that he was a good dad. Good doesn't mean that.
you literally miss connections.
No, wait. No. Good doesn't mean that you are not trying to kill your daughter. That's not good. It's like you guys are literally. No, wait. Let me finish. No, wait, please.
Five different subjects. That was one of the reasons. Not only
Exactly.
one of the reasons.
Wait. But what I'm trying to say is that should be no reason because you're literally picking at the bottom of the barrel. Hey, you ain't trying to kill me.
Animal, you're the one talking about intelligence and context, bro. Come on,
wait.
don't do this. You're
Can I
not even
finish?
listening.
I'm gonna tell you.
Can I
I'm gonna tell you
finish?
right now.
Wait,
I'm gonna tell you
can I?
right now. I'm
Oh
gonna
my
tell you right
God!
now.
Why are you guys literally not?
If
Finish?
I'm in the
Like,
middle of a
Because
war,
you're straw manning the argument.
That one
I'm not
person
straw
got it.
manning anything. Let me finish. So again, you're picking the bottom of the barrel fact that Kaido is not trying, well, wasn't trying to kill his own daughter in the past.
this nigga still got 1 point.
Oh wait,
Straw
no,
manning
wait.
the argument.
I hate when you guys do this. So
Because
Point
you're saying what we didn't
Wonder.
say.
Let him go. Let him go.
you
Let him
said
go. Let him go.
exactly
Let him go.
that.
Let him go.
The point I'm trying to get to is that being a good father is way more than just bottom of the barrel stuff. It means that actually doing good things, actual good things, not things that are that would teach you lessons about honor, for example. You have to do it the right way. The way in which you go about teaching these lessons are just as important as the lessons themselves, especially because it can actually fuck your kid up, right? That's because you were taught things a certain way, or you have your own way of teaching, or maybe because of your own past. Um, just because you were taught that way doesn't necessarily mean that that's the way for every single kid. And the way in which you go about teaching, the way in which Kaido went about teaching Yamato all these things were absolutely the wrong way. It was the wrong way. Thus, he's a bad father because of that.
Well,
So
yeah.
when you talk about the samurai, that wasn't the best way to go about doing that. There are other ways to go about teaching your kid about honor. You can lead by example. When we talk about not trying to kill her. Well, maybe he wasn't trying to kill her, but he still did things like putting handcuffs on her, not allowing her to really leave. And I no wonder you said that she could have left, but hey, Oda hasn't set it up that way. The other things as well that Kaido has done, just being so hard headed in that way, and not necessarily being so outstanding in his own actions. Why in the world are you treating someone else like that? Why are you treating Odin like that in the first place? That's why she had so much admiration for Odin in the first place, and saw how Odin lived and how he died, and wanted to live up like that. So Kaido is actually a very terrible dad. Wait. Wait. Okay, so died. So Kaido is really a very terrible dad. Just because you kind of instill certain things within your child doesn't mean that the things that you instill are good. For example, you guys always bring out Page One, Jack, and Ulti. They are not good people. They are not good people. Just because they have certain skills doesn't. They're not. They're not at all. Look at what they do. Good parents. It's not just raising your child up so that they can be strong or like.
This is an anime.
This is what I'm saying, bro. You're not understanding the argument.
You're not understanding anything at all. If
you're talking about my intellect, bro, stop out of here. You're not even understanding.
That's your argument point right there. You're not understanding anything we're saying. We're not advocating for dads to go around and teach their kids to take over countries and kill people.
I see both sides where I do think that before you go, Anima, I see both sides where I do think Kaido is a bad parent, but I do also think that he has some good parent qualities as well. I don't think it's him straight up being a good parent, like, or a bad. Yeah.
Wait. So just for the point, wait. So just for the point, Pharaoh, I completely agree with what you just said. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. Kaido is not a good parent. In fact, he's a bad dad. But just he has good quality. He's done some things that are good. But doesn't mean that he's a good father. He's actually a very terrible father. The values that you're instilling in your children are paramount, and he instilled very terrible qualities.
Hold on, no. I have to. All right. Here's the problems. 3 quick problems. Number 1, people tend to go based on their environment on how other people are supposed to be raising kids.
That's where you fucking up so bad. You're fucking so bad.
They live in the world of One Piece. Garp is a terrible dad. Dragon is a terrible dad. I can continue on terrible dads. Judge isn't as bad as what people think he is. Not great. He's not good, but he's not terrible.
So I guess you're saying in perspective in the One Piece story.
Different
of
reasons.
course, I have to talk in the world.
Talking about like Animal's gonna talk about like we arguing for like, yo, Kaido turned his kid into a terrorist. He's an awesome father and stuff like that. Obviously, it's an anime with pirates and it's a fucking ogre ass nigga and stuff like that. No, if I'm in the real world and my neighbor is raising his kids to become terrorists, if I'm gonna say he's a good dad, no, I'm not gonna say he's a good dad. I'm gonna say, what the fuck you doing, bro? You tripping? Or like them dads who like raise their kids to like sell drugs and become a gangster and stuff like that. No, I'm not gonna say you're a good dad. I'm gonna say, fool, you're setting them up for failure. What the fuck are you doing, bro? That's real world context. We're talking about the story of One Piece.
Bruce,
I
and here's the point. Wait, Anima. You said about OT, Page One, and Jack. First of all, Page One has shown no bad traits. That's point number one.
Number two, raised them to become pirates, so he's a bad dad. Oh shit.
Number two, OT. OT had so much sass more than even Yamato, and Kaido did nothing. So I'm not trying to hear that. And number three, Jack was honorable. Jack went and fought on Zo for 5 days. 5 days. He said eventually, fuck this shit. Let's unleash a weapon. He fought for 5 days straight. Jack always is fighting. He wanted approval from his dad. Like, people, you want to talk about context, you're not taking the context of Kaido. If you want to, you don't want to talk about context, you're not even taking the context of Kaido. Come on, man.
Context am I missing? What context am I
missing? Man comparing Kaido to a dad out of the suburbs.
No,
his dad figure was rocks. That's the only dad figure he had. He didn't have no dad figure. Man, come on, bro. Don't do this.
Yeah, you treating him like Kaido got like a 401k and a 9-to-5 job or something like that, dog. We're going with the story of the series. Like, come on, son.
Wait, but guys, I'm literally taking into account that. I'm not comparing Kaido to the real world.
Bro, you just said that part of the reason why he's a bad father is because he raised Jack, Page One, and the OT into the little pirate terrorists they are today. Duh! What else was he gonna do?
Turn him into Yamato.
Well, let's be on the 3 other kids that love their dad. 3 kids love them, and 1 don't even hate her dad. Like, come on, man. That ain't no bad dad.
I'm saying the way in which like you guys didn't even listen. The way in which he went about doing that. But
how was he wrong? What did he do that was actually wrong?
What was wrong about Jack, OT, and Page One? What was wrong about them 3? Where did he go wrong with them? Where?
Because he disciplined his rebellious daughter. That's wrong.
No, forget that. Forget Yamato. I need to hear an answer. Where did he go wrong with Jack, OT, and Page One?
Page One and Ulti, I'm not too sure about because I need to go back and read the story. But Jack,
you got 3 kids to go with. Where did you go wrong with them?
Yeah, but Jack is not a good dude.
How is Jack bad?
What the fuck?
You're gonna disagree with that? So you think Jack is a good dude?
Yeah, how is Jack bad? Really though, if anything, Luffy technically worse than Jack, and I like my dog Luffy.
Because we're talking about Kaido being a father, right? Kaido runs an organization called the Beast Pirates, right? We know who Kaido is as a person. You really think Kaido, we're talking about fatherhood, right? Where did Kaido go wrong as a father? We're talking about what Jack is as a person. He doesn't fucking donate to charities and shit. We're talking about Kaido as a father. Kaido runs an organization called the Beast Pirates. Pirates, right? They do certain things. This is his organization. This is his business, if you will. If you want to turn to a real world example, this is his business. This is his stock pick. You think that Kaido, who runs a business like this, is going to have a son? He's going to be fully involved in his son's life. And you think Jack's going to turn into what? What? Jack's going to be like Luffy? Jack's going to be like Sabo? What?
Well, let me ask this question then. And I think maybe this may be a misunderstanding then. Or not. Who knows? Let me ask this question.
Yeah, you got to be.
Well, by good dad, do you mean good in the sense of raise the child, or he raised his children, live a life in which that he wanted them to live? Or do you mean like some kind of objective good, bad? Because I'm talking about more so like
the first part, not the second part. I'm answering the question. The first part, not the second part. I'm gonna use myself as an example because I'm the resident father here, right?
Okay, wait. Okay.
I think
The
if this-
first part. If that's
it's
the case,
first,
then
it might be a misunderstanding. Then
wait, yeah, because if it
What
okay,
was the first
so
part? You said the first part.
okay, wait,
The second
wait.
part, you said, okay, repeat it again, so I'm sure. Repeat it again.
Yeah. Okay, so by good dad, do you mean that Kaido is raising up his children? He has an ideal for what he wants the world to be. He wants his children to live like, and he's raising
Everybody
them up
does.
to live like that way. Yeah. Okay, so everyone does, and then he's raising his children up to live like that, right? So that's the first part. Do you think
Okay.
by that is what you mean by good, or by good do you mean like he's a morally, or like he's sort of instilling morally good qualities in his children? That's what
Not
you're
that
trying to
part. Not the second one.
Not that.
Not the second
Okay,
one.
so
Not
okay,
the second
so
one, right? Because
it's-
Kaido
okay, wait.
Kaido by our standards, hold on. Kaido by our standards does fucked up shit, right? Like if we met
Okay,
Kaido in real life, this is not going to be the dude that we want to be around. This is the guy that's going to say somebody arrest that nigga because he's tripping, right? So Kaido, from that standpoint on itself, we're gonna cut that one out because him by himself, you already know that. How do I explain this one? You know when you see that whole entire the apple don't fall too far from the tree type of comment.
yeah.
To where when you see this guy who's wilding out of control, he's doing a bunch of stuff, and then you find out that he's an active father, an active mother in their life. So it's like, damn, if he's gonna be like that, then what the hell the kid's gonna be like? Oh shit, it's gonna be a problem.
So Bruce, I don't think we disagree with much then. I think from that perspective, I can see why you can say Kaido's a good dad, but I'm not sure if that's what Wonder.
Yeah,
so Wonder,
that's what me and Wonder were just trying to say.
No, wait. So I want to get I want to get that clarification. So Wonder, do you think Kaido is a good dad in the sense that he's trying he the way in which he goes about raising up his kids is to instill morally good qualities in the children, or do you mean what Bruce is saying, which is that Kaido is raising up his children in a way in which that best fits his worldview, in which that he wants them to live by? Because those are completely two different things. I was initially trying to think that you guys are trying to say the second part of it.
And I'm saying both. Here's why.
Okay. So then, Bruce. So this is pretty much my disagreement.
So okay, on this one, so if you're gonna ask me, Anima, on this one, this is where I have to agree with Wonder. I have to agree with Wonder. My standpoint, right, is because this is gonna be a standpoint of a parent, right? So let's look at Dragon, for example, because we know Dragon didn't raise Luffy, but Dragon did raise Sabo. Dragon did raise Sabo, right? When you look at how Sabo grew up, Sabo is exactly like his surrogate father or whatever. He's not exactly like Dragon, but it's no mistake that Sabo is the second in command of the Revolutionary Army because Dragon has instilled some shit being an active father, right? We have Jack, Page One, and Ulti. They're their way because their active father instilled some shit into them. When I say a good father, right, I mean Kaido was present. Kaido was looking after them. Kaido was teaching them. Kaido was training them. Kaido was feeding them. Kaido was loving them.
Fair.
Yes, loving. Loving. And I'm going to say the word loving because when you look at Jack, when Jack went to the rooftop and Ino Arashi and Nekomamushi whooped that motherfucker's ass, right? My first reaction before I knew more about Kaido was Kaido finna shit all over this dude and say, "You're a failure."
I didn't think he was going to do that.
Get off the rooftop. You suck. Kaido did none of that shit. Kaido said, "My boy, you tried. They're too strong for you. Come back here. Yeah. Come back here. I got you. Go back and heal up. No,
Like
Kaido,
a good dad.
I can keep fighting, my boy. No, you can't. Go heal. I got this. I'm not gonna let you." And he told the Scabbards, "I'm not gonna let you take it away from me. I'm gonna protect my boy."
That get me emotional just listen to it. Listen, dog. Whoa.
You don't take it away from me.
Here's why I say both. Number one, again, too often, because people say the real world, too often, and I can tell, and again, this isn't you, Anima. I ain't got nothing but love for all y'all. This is attacking worldviews, okay? And too often people come, and Bruce, I know you're gonna appreciate you a dad. Hopefully, you know, in a few years I'll be a dad too.
I already know where you're going with this. I'm feeling you already.
People don't understand different environments. And it's like when people try to shit on people with gangsters in Mo. Now, my dad happened to be a pastor in Mo, but that don't mean shit was sweet. Where I was like, we didn't go up around, but that didn't mean we didn't go up in hard times as well.
It was a mixture. I got to see all strata of society, from some pretty wealthy people all the way to the gutter. And I saw what happens when you're of that. Kaido, you want to talk about context. This is why I say Kaido's the best, because he literally came from every disadvantage in the world of One Piece. And he ended up being the best dad out of everybody. And I mean that very, very literally. Because Zeph, yes, Zeph, you know, he raised Sanji, but there was problems with Zeph. I can say problems with everyone. Kaido, you want to say morals? Who is more moral than the samurai's examples? Who shows more honor and things of that nature? Kaido had his daughter try to learn from that. She refused to learn. She was rebellious at every turn. She even joined, they were at war. And she joined the opposing side that were looking to kill this man. And he still loved on his daughter. I'm not trying to get too passionate, but there is so much I can say as a man that this dude, who's not himself a moral man, he tried to do right by his kids. And that's all you can ask of a dad. To do the best you can
by his kids,
regardless of where you come from. It's too often that women especially don't appreciate men for that. But I'll get off of that because this will go deep.
Yeah, that's a whole other topic. And it's kind of like the mobster situation. The mobster situation that one of this briefly brought up. If I see a dude who runs the mob, right, and his son also becomes a mobster, I'm not going to automatically write him off and say, oh, he was a bad dad. Is he a bad dad, or was that probably the most likely outcome is going to happen? If I'm running the mob and my son is there, the father might say, like, yo, I want you to take over after I some Godfather shit, right? On some Godfather shit, like, take this shit over when I leave, right? From our standpoint,
Michael wasn't supposed to. Yamato wasn't supposed to.
It was more so of a misunderstanding on the
for sure. Like
Bruce's point, I feel like. But Anima, UW's point is a bit different from Bruce in some sense.
Yeah.
Slightly, not too much.
I can feel a little bit what he's saying.
Yeah, slightly. That's why I said
slightly because honestly,
he's saying that it's given the situation, Kaido was there. Like Kaido, if you want to take it to like a regular, if you want to take it to like a regular dance situation, Kaido went to the baseball games. Kaido went to the dance recital.
Yeah, if
Kaido,
just like
Kaido did all that.
Rantel says in the comments, like if you take morality out of it, Kaido is a good dad.
Yeah, exactly. So honestly, when I hear good and bad, I'm thinking like morally good, like you instilling good qualities, something that will be beneficial to the world, to society, things like that. So from that perspective, I don't think Kaido is good at all. And honestly, that's the angle I was coming at it from.
Well,
I completely agree with Bruce and maybe partially what you're saying, Wonder, with the fact that he was there. He was very good in that respect of him not, bashing. What do you call it? The elephant.
Humans?
His Jack. Why am I forgetting his name?
Jack, right.
But yeah, so he was very good in that respect. Like he was outstanding, honorable, trying to teach these qualities. But they're not really like, the type of do good unto yourself as you want, like do good unto others as you want to yourself. Things like that.
He's not a good dude. That's where I'm trying to say he's not himself not moral, but he's trying to pass down morals so that his kids can be better than him. And that's why I say he's the best dad, because all these other dads want their sons to be like him.
Not necessarily. No.
Every dad in One Piece.
Not true.
Every dad in One Piece does that.
Dragon doesn't want that.
Every dad in One Piece.
That's not like. Dragon literally was saying, Luffy,
apart from
go
Kuros.
find your own.
But Sabo, who he actually raised,
Yeah.
Wait, but we don't actually know the context.
Yeah.
Wait. We don't know the context of that. Like, we don't know why.
Come on, bro. Stop it, bro. Come on. Don't do this. And you saying context, we looking at results. As a man, you have to look at the results of what the upbringing brought, bro.
Context.
Wait, but we are looking at the results in the sense that do we know how Dragon raised up Sabo? Do we know what went around? Do we know how it evolved?
He became the
little extra part that Oda played in the anime helped a little bit. So we do a little bit.
So then how different is Jack from Kaido?
Like, how different is Jack from Kaido?
Yeah,
he's definitely not as smart.
But in the sense of there being like this thing where Sabo is like Dragon, Jack is like Kaido.
So no, he's not. Jack is looking to get the approval of his dad. That's a whole different narrative from Sabo.
Completely different. There's similarities between how Jack approaches situations to how Kaido approaches situations. I agree with that.
But
Sabo, if you want to be honest, Sabo's rebellious. If you want to be honest, Sabo's like Yamato.
A little bit. Yeah, but that's not even my overall point. My overall point, which is what I
that's all.
The conclusion here is that I understand where you guys are coming from now. So and this is pretty much what happens in discussions. Like people have definitions in their mind whenever they're talking. So whenever they approach stuff, it's like, okay, bam, you always go to what's in your mind, right? So in my mind, I was just thinking purely on that. They do, moral, like the high Jesus type standpoint, right? And you guys are more so on like, okay, wait, like,
that's for real life conversation. Then my stuff is gonna change. So we talk about fictional characters. I can be more flexible.
Wait, but I was even like, there are some good dudes, good dads in One Piece that do teach the good moral characters. I mean, I probably need to go into the story and kind of give you guys the examples, but I'm pretty sure Kiros was probably one of them. I'm pretty sure, like he wasn't a bad person. He would teach Rebecca, and Zeph, exactly, Zeph, and a couple other people as well.
Pound stayed in his kid's life. Pound stayed in his kid's life.
Tom wasn't
bringing on Capone. Capone probably gonna be better than all.
But see, but onto that topic, when it comes to like people like Zeph, right? We're talking about Zeph because Zeph adopted Sanji, right? Just like how Kaido adopted Page One Ulti and Jack, right? You gotta look at it from the standpoint of the person, right? Before Sanji met Zeph, if Sanji never met Zeph, Sanji would probably hit women to this day, right? Sanji would be kicking the dog shit out of Khalifa in the face.
I don't know his mama.
Right?
I don't know
his mama.
Wait. No. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying Sanji's gonna be like this woman beater. I'm saying
he would kick
that would be an option. That would be an option for Sanji. Like it's an option for Zoro. It's an option for other people, right? For Sanji, it would be an option.
It's about
we get revealed from Sanji's own mouth saying that the reason why he will not hit women is because he does not want to disappoint Zeph. He cannot look Zeph in the face knowing that he hit a woman, right? So his actual reasoning for not hitting women is based off of a man, which is irony. Right? Which is intentional irony, right? But we have to look at who Zeph is. Zeph took his ideology, and his opinion on how a person should live, and put it on this boy, right? And that boy took it and ran with it. Kaido did exactly the same thing.
Yeah, I think for most part we agree on that.
Yeah, and the last point, and I'll be done. Seriously, is that I know. I'm actually heading to the store myself. So the last, and the reason I argue in the animal, like I said, it got a little heated, but that's because I'm passionate about these subjects, because so often I hear people do these views, but when it comes to actual life, right? Where the nitty gritty, the black and white, which we see every day, people a lot of don't hold. It's like the people who never have kids. I'll never spank my kid. I'll never da. Give him a 2-year-old. And Kaido is dealing in a world that is brutal. He comes from that. In a world that has a tyrannical regime and all of that. If you ask me, Kaido's actually training children to be able to fight in that world that it has slavery, that has these tyrannical rulers, that all of this. And honestly, he's training his freedom fighters from my perspective, but that's just my
But what I'm that Kaido's he knows he's not a good man. He older. He knows that. He's doing the best that he can. Single dad. Let me add that part in there. Single dad raising 4 kids, and one of them want to be rebellious. But now it's on that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but okay. Yeah, I mean, so
Yeah.
in general, there's not much I disagree. Well, there's not much in the general scope of things that I disagree with because
same here.
I think it's a definitional thing. Although there are some specifics like comparing.
Yeah, separate the
We
man
can go
from the
into the
father.
nitty gritty and all that.
Just separate the man from the father.
Yeah,
That's all I
mean,
ask.
Yeah.
Just separate the father. That's all that I.
Yeah, I mean, there's still some things that I
But
disagree
he's a
with.
good
But
dad.
I don't. I mean, there's still quite a bit I want to disagree with, but you know, I'll just leave it at this. The fact that it was a disagree, it was just a misunderstanding type of disagreement.
Yeah, on the first
right?
part of the argument, it's a misunderstanding.
Yeah, because like
wasn't
in depth, because
clarified.
I don't think that Kaido is like 50 Cent and Yamato is like 50 Cent. You know, like I disagree with that, but like that's a different discussion. I feel like.
Anyways,
I'm saying Kaido raised a fisherman. Kaido raised a fisherman. If you know how important that is, go back in Wano and see what happened to Kawamatsu. They try to kill this kid.
That's true.
Kaido raised a fisherman.
But
Kaido
on that
raised a
note,
fisherman.
boys, appreciate you guys for coming out. We had a little bit of Conquerors hockey clash there with Anima and UW.
That's what gets the views up.
Going crazy,
That's what gets
almost blew out the chat, the VC.
One of them getting ready to fade Animal.
But
got to.
There's a whole lot I wanted to say. By the way, there's a whole lot I wanted to say.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Most definitely. We can get really deep into this stuff. But shout out to people in chat, Rantel, Dat, Billy Bob, Brother Dee. Shout out you guys for coming through. Of course, shout out to UW, Bruce, and for coming through. Appreciate you guys.
Of course. What's a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Again, I will see you guys later, chat. So.
Peace.
Man.
Oh man.